Los Angeles! What is cracking? It's your boy James Cole. Hell yeah! We're so back! We are so back, man! Yo, if I sound crazy happy, bro. Dude, we're so back. We got multiple screens going. I mean, just an insane amount of screens going right now. My tab... the tabs on my computer are just they're red hot. We got multiple games going on right now. How many games we got going? We got Lions Bengals, Packers Steelers, we got Colts Patriots, Cardinals Raiders, Chargers Texans. And you know what? Another game just got going. Titans 49ers just got going on. At 7:10, it'll be the Dodgers. Bro, I can't do it, but we're back.
That's a lot of games.
We're so back. This is great. I love it.
You gotta go buy those blue light glasses.
Dude, I'm getting a sunburn from my tabs, bro. Straight up. Oh, man. There's a lot of interesting takeaways. Look, I know it's preseason week number 1, and, you don't want to overreact. I'm not overreacting, but there are certain lessons to be learned. There's certain little breadcrumbs to be had, clues to be had. Man, if y'all want to talk about Raiders right now, shoot. Fernando Mendoza, bro. He just threw his first touchdown. He found Jack Besh. I'm telling you. We're so back.
The Horned Frog, Jack Besh.
Oh, listen, I love Jack Besh.
Yes.
Jack Besh got screwed last year by the old man crew of the Carrolls, and, it just wasn't good. It wasn't good. And they had him playing out of position, man. Like, why is Jack Besh playing, outside X receiver? That part I don't get. He needs to be a flanker slot guy. And actually, I think running out of the slot, I got to go back and look, but I'm like 99% confident that Jack Besh caught that touchdown out of the slot position. So, again, clearly Clint Kubiak is now in charge of the Raiders, and man, it is just a different ball game. It's going to be a different ball game. And you know what? Listen, I know that the Raiders have a little bit of a cursed history with their, top flight quarterbacks. You think about their top flight quarterback. And first of all, like Kirk Cousins signing with the Raiders, it just felt very Raiders, like, oh, here comes old man Kirk Cousins. This is a classic Raiders move. Classic Raiders move to sign a guy that's clearly washed. And listen, he got that first drive going, and I'm not going to lie, he did look a little washed. Arm strength is just not where it was before. And I'm not saying Fernando Mendoza's like, got a howitzer or anything. But the arm he's got more arm strength, let's just say, than old man Kirk Cousins. And so, look, I get it. I understand that it didn't look great. But the signing didn't look great because this is classic Raiders move, right? Like sign a clearly over-the-hill wash player. And again, there's got to be some trepidation picking up Fernando Mendoza because, look, it's not as if Mendoza's this slam dunk prospect. You know what I'm saying? So there are certainly a lot of Mendoza detractors. But overall, he goes number 1 overall, right? So what are we thinking about Mendoza right now? Well, he's got a little bit of ways to go. But the reason I am bullish on the Raiders operation, and maybe it's not even so much Mendoza, but just the operation in general, is the fact that they've got Clint Kubiak. That is what makes it so different, man. When you think about all the other busts and all the other old guys that have come through the Raiders organization, and you think about, okay, well, listen, this is just what the Raiders do, They overextend, they reach, they signed wash players, the Raiders being the Raiders. It just, look, I get it. Like, on the surface level, so much of what they did this offseason felt very Raiderish, but the one key difference is they did not hire an over-the-hill washed coach. No. They went and got Clint Kubiak, who in my opinion was easily the best hire this offseason. The Raiders really scored. They scored big with Clint Kubiak. That's how high I am on Clint. I think it's a home run pick for them. It's a home run to get Clint Kubiak in the building. Now, was I crazy enthralled about former Cal and Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza getting picked number 1 overall? Not really. It is one of the weaker quarterback classes that you have seen in a minute now. So, I do understand why there is a lot of hesitation there. Now, is he your classic number 1 overall quarterback pick? No, he's not that guy, dude. He's just not that guy, But he's got some traits. He's got some things that he does pretty well. Really accurate quarterback, especially when throwing out-breaking routes. The one reason why I thought the selection was weird, when you're talking about number 1 overall pick, Fernando Mendoza at quarterback, the one reason I thought, okay, this is a little bit of a strange selection, is the fact that we just don't know a lot about him from under center. Only 3% of his snaps last year came from under center. This is primarily a shotgun-based RPO system there at Indiana under Curt Cignetti, right? Well, Clint Kubiak is the exact opposite. It's primarily, almost exclusively, maybe I'm overstating it here, but primarily an under center offense where you're going to do a lot of wide zone. By the way, this is a multi-generational outside zone run scheme coach. His dad, Gary Kubiak, and Mike Shanahan, those two guys, man, while they were in Denver and in various other locations, again, really popularized outside zone. I mean, they had the most random running backs just putting up crazy career years. That's how good their outside zone run scheme was. I mean, truly, honestly, I get it, like Terrell Davis. But I mean, hey, listen, Terrell Davis, before Mike Shanahan and Gary Kubiak, again, not a widely, highly regarded player. Arian Foster, when Gary Kubiak got to be the head coach in Houston, Arian Foster went bonkers. 2,000 total yards, man. He went nuts. I think about lesser players. Former Cal running back Justin Forsett, when Gary Kubiak was the offensive coordinator in Baltimore, out of nowhere, dropping 1,300, 1,400 yards, man. The list goes on. Trust me. Just Google it. If you Google Mike Shanahan / Gary Kubiak running backs, they go crazy. And Clint Kubiak, as an offensive coordinator, has done extremely well. If you look at his running backs, again, they have done extremely well. So, yeah, man, if you're wondering why I am more bullish, I think, on the Raiders than your typical casual NFL fan, it's because, dude, I am insanely high on Clint Kubiak. I love the DNA. I love the history. The guy's been around football literally his entire life. And yeah, he is a second generation outside zone run schemer. Somebody who's watching the game is going to quickly reply with, bro, must not know football because Mike Washington hit on like a power play, a man gap scheme run, 50 yards downfield. And listen, like I said, one of the best run designers. It's not always going to be outside zone. They're going to mix it up here a little bit, but I think it will primarily be, and I'm talking like 70-30 split, mostly zone runs, a bunch of outside designs. These guys love to get outside, whether we're talking about Shanahan or whether we're talking about a Kubiak. These guys love to get outside. But the one thing about Fernando Mendoza, why I thought the selection was odd, was because Mendoza doesn't really throw to the intermediate middle. That's not a real clear area for him. Like I said, I thought he was good throwing to the outside. A lot of outbreaking routes for Fernando Mendoza and he was great there. Wait, we got the touchdown to Jack Besh?
Of course.
This was Fernando Mendoza's first touchdown throw to Jack Bech. Take a listen.
At this game, Mendoza, quick throw, low, and it's caught! The Mandalorian with his first Reiter touchdown, and it goes to Jack Bech.
Did he call him the Mandalorian?
Yeah.
I'm confused by this.
Yeah. I hope maybe there was some sort of explanation before.
Okay, I gotta research this. I gotta research this. First of all, I'm a person who absolutely loves nicknames. So I can be in on this. I just have to know, why are we calling Fernando Mendoza the Mandalorian? Is it the Mandalorian? Because he's... Dude, bro, I don't know.
Ooh, okay. Here you go.
What is it? Hit me.
It's Nando-Lorian with an N as in Nick.
Okay, got it. So Fernando. So Nando for short. So the Nando-Lorian?
Yes, Nando-Lorian.
No, that's not it, dude.
I don't know. I don't think I like it either.
That's not it, dude.
Yeah, that shouldn't stick.
As the unofficial arbiter of nicknames, that's not it. Double P, I gave you the Double P nickname. I feel like, okay, that's working.
Yeah.
That's working pretty good.
Yeah.
Nandalorian ain't it, dude.
No.
Yeah. Not good. Hello to the YouTube chats, by the way. Got a few folks in here. No Tan Lines Rob is going in there pretty hard, which he says, "What's up, James? I see you, pal." Wayne Mulholland, as always, is in there. David 100 is in there. Easy E 213 is in there. Raiders football talk at the top of the hour. Co is different. It's so true. It's so true. You listen to this show, it is different. Like, it feels different, this show. Like, sometimes I go back and I listen to my own show and I'm like, wow, this is not your typical sports talk radio show.
I think last night we spent an hour on cereal.
We did, dude. And you know what's crazy, dude? You know what's crazy? The people loved it.
Loved it.
They loved it.
The chat was popping. D-Mac came on.
Even D-Mac got in the mix.
He was in the mix, too.
He got in the mix. What? What's going on, bro? I guess Easy E's not a big Raiders fan, man, but that's okay, dude. It's all good, bro. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. There's still, I think, a little bit of, there's in the chats and in the streets, man, there's a lot of discomfort when we're talking about where Laker fans are at right now. And, I got to be honest with you, man. I do have to be honest with you. I think there's probably, if we're taking truth serum, I imagine that Dodger fans feel a little bit less settled today than they did 2 days ago. And look, I know Stan Kasten came out for the Dodgers and said, man, the Lakers are the Lakers, the Dodgers are the Dodgers. These two things are not going to be related. One thing does not impact the other. And the fact that Stan Kasten had to come out there and say that, I think that tells you a lot. I don't think I'm going out on a limb here in saying that the Lakers sale, because it was so rushed. By the way, man, I love this too. It's like you listen to all these shows, and I'm listening to hours and hours of sports talk radio all across LA and nationally too, by the way. So I don't want to just call out LA. That's definitely not the case. First of all, there's tremendous shows everywhere here in Los Angeles. So I am not I am not taking shots when I say this. I'm just saying everyone's treating this with kid gloves though, as if like they're scared the principal's going to come down and, ask them to come into the office or something, bro. Guys, it's okay. You can call a spade a spade. It's all right. You can keep it 100, man. That move, listen, Mark Walter selling the Lakers just reeked of desperation. I don't give a crap what the hell Stan Kasten says. What do you, look, and he's coming out saying, Stan Kasten's coming out and saying, it has nothing to do with the federal investigation. I think he even said something along the lines of, I talked to Mark personally. Well, yeah, no kidding, dude. Of course, obviously. What do you mean? You talked to him personally because you had to formulate what the perfect PR response is. What do you mean? Obviously, you talked to Mark Walter. What does that mean? You talked to him personally and he assures you that there is nothing going on between the federal investigation and the desperation sale of the Lakers? What? Yeah, okay. That's cool, I guess. I don't know. I mean, and it's like I said, like, I'm not hearing anybody say that. I'm not hearing anybody say, like, well, you know, he's going to say the PR stuff, which is fine. But I mean, there's absolutely no weight in what he says. I'm sorry, but there's not. I'm sorry, but there's not. There's absolutely zero weight to what Stan Kasten says when he says, I talked to Mark personally. Who cares? Look, he's under federal investigation. I do not anticipate anyone from the Dodgers to officially say, oh, yeah, yes, very clearly, 100% the Lakers sale had something to do with the federal investigation. Dude, obviously he's not going to say that. So again, there's zero weight. And the people who say, well, Stan said this, dog, use your big boy brain for a second. It has nothing. He's obviously going to give you the most PR response in the whole world, man. I get it. But you don't need to tell your listeners or your viewers that that means something. It means absolutely nothing. What do you mean? Well, Stan said so, guys. I believe him. You know, why would he lie? Why would he lie? Why would he lie? What do you mean? Of course he's lying. Of course he's lying. I just find it funny that, like, why can't we just tell the truth? Why can't we just tell the truth? Look, is there any hard evidence that Mark Walter sold the Lakers to, try to get out from underneath this federal investigation? Or, again, to get out of the investigation, I think that's a step too far. But is it related to the federal investigation? Bro, I mean, again, use your big boy brains. Let's use a little common sense. If it is not related to the federal investigation, why would you panic sell the Lakers of all things? He had to get a big old infusion of cash. What he's going to use that cash for, I'm not like Financial Times guy over here, dude. Like, I'm not going to be Bloomberg, Mr. Bloomberg all of a sudden. Again, I'm just an idiot sports talk radio show host. But, dude, it doesn't take that much. Just use a little common sense. He needed a huge infusion of cash, and he needed it quick. He needed it within 72 hours. That deal got done. That's unheard of. Unheard of. And people are out here being like, yeah, I wonder, we can't be sure. We can't be totally sure, guys, that a $12.5 billion sale that went down in 72 hours, we just can't be totally sure that that is related to a federal investigation. We can't be sure, guys. What the hell? What do you mean? Listen, you could say the other thing. The other thing is we can't be 100% sure it's not related. Okay, like that'd be better. That would be better. But everyone treating this with kid gloves like the principal's going to come down and call you into the office is absurd. I mean, how much more common sense? It's just common sense that it is obviously related. Like, how is he going to use the money? Bro, I don't know, dude. I don't have an econ degree. As a matter of fact, I tried to get an econ degree from Cal, and I'm too stupid. I couldn't do it. I'm like, stats? I had to take advanced stats, and I dang near flunked out of Cal. I'm like, why are you asking me about these gold and silver coins? Just open all the dang drawers. If you open all the drawers, I will find the gold coin. That's for all my stats nerds out there. I hated it. I couldn't do it. I'm too stupid to have an econ degree, man. I am. I'm just saying, dude. Come on, man. Can we use a little common sense? Is that okay? Is that all right? Obviously, the sale had something to do with the federal investigation. It's absolutely ridiculous to say that we're not sure, though, guys. We're not sure. It's so ridiculous, man. Anyways, bro, let's go. We got a great show lined up in front of us here tonight. I'm going to be reacting to all the NFL preseason games. I'm going to give you all the preseason headlines. It's going to be great. We got a little bit of NBA news too, though. I am so excited for our next guest. This is going to be dope, man. We're going to be talking to a NBA assistant coach. That's coming up next, right here on the James Koh Show. Stay tuned. It's going to be a fun conversation. Let's get it going. We'll be right back. We have a brand new guest to the James Coe Show. He is one of the top assistants in the NBA. He has worked with Scott Brooks in OKC. He's worked with Dwayne Casey in Detroit. He's worked with Doc Rivers with the Clippers and the Bucks. And now he will be part of Tiago Splitter's crew in Chicago. He is the pride of East LA College. ELAC, stand up. He is the pride of Cal Poly Pomona. We're talking a longtime NBA assistant, Rex Kalamian. Rex, we welcome you to the show, man.
Thanks, James. How are you?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you jumping on. Of
course. Thanks for having me.
Rex, first things first, man. Look, I know you had an opportunity to work with Russell Westbrook. Can you talk to me about him off the court? Because on the court, one of the fiercest competitors that you have ever seen. He was at different times, I think, a little curmudgeon-y with the media at different times as well. But can you talk about what he was like to work with off the court?
Well, honestly, off the court, he was such a pleasure, and he has a different personality off the floor that I think people have not seen enough in his 18 years of being an NBA player. They turn on the television and see what he's like on the floor, and they see kind of how he plays and his persona on the floor. But off of the floor, he's such a great guy, a great teammate. And you could ask people that have played with him that'll say the same. Just a tremendous giving person with a huge heart. And I think what really goes unnoticed most of the time is his preparation off the floor, like his willingness to come in early, to sacrifice, especially early in his career, where he had to really do a lot of catch up and get to the level that he wanted to play at as an all-star and future Hall of Famer. It took a lot of time, and he put the time in. And I don't think that anybody will ever see or understand the unseen hours that he put in the gym. And the other thing about him that's different, I would say, or that stood out, is that he was an early person to everything. Like in the 7 years that I coached him, I can't ever remember him being late for a bus, a meeting, an airplane. He checked every box, and he got wherever he was going 15 minutes early.
Was he a leader in terms of a vocal leader? Or, again, you talk about this guy showing up early to everything. Obviously, that's leading by example. But from everything I've heard and read, he wasn't necessarily this, loudmouth, biggest personality in the room when we're talking about just with his teammates. Did you notice that too? Or again, how did he go about leading his teammates?
Well, the first way he went about it is by playing extremely hard, right? He actually led them by playing as hard as he could every night, every minute, every game. And I think that spoke for itself. But I would say, like, in my career, being around a lot of very good point guards, between Shea and then later on, Shea Alexander, Tyrese Halliburton, Kyle Lowry, a lot of future Hall of Fame point guards. I would say he's one of the most vocal. I think that he does a lot of talking on the floor. And you know what? I'll tell you what, he's demanding. He is demanding. He was demanding. He was a point guard that didn't mince words. If you needed to be somewhere, he let you know. You got to get out in front of the basketball. You got to get to the corner. You got to get to the slot, whatever it was. Yeah. He would not hold back. He was a vocal leader as well.
Rex Kalamian with the Chicago Bulls coaching staff, assistant coach there with the Chicago Bulls, longtime NBA assistant coach, joining the show here. The one thing I found interesting about Russ was whenever I saw his projects outside of basketball, he really struck me kind of sort of like Myles Garrett, man. Like, I would say he was like a warrior poet. This guy was about the fiercest competitor you will ever find on the basketball court, and yet so many of his endeavors seem so artistic as well. And you know what, man? Like, when he made his retirement video, it felt very Russ. Like when you saw the video, what did you think? What was your emotional reaction to it?
Yeah, listen, Russ has a lot of things going on outside of basketball that help a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Just in my time with him, I could remember, obviously he has this Why Not Foundation. He's got the bowling that he does every year with the team that he's on, that we would have a bowling charity every year. He does a lot of things in the community that help the community. And then obviously, like, he's into style, right? Like, I think he was the one that brought the style and how you dress and how to dress coming to games.
Yeah.
He kind of brought that into the NBA, in my opinion, right?
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people started taking pictures of guys walking into the arena based on what he was wearing coming into games. So he's got his hands in a lot of different things. And, in my opinion, he was great as a basketball player. He's great in, business endeavors, and he's going to be great in whatever it is that he takes on, whatever this next project he's going to dive into. He's going to be great at that also.
You have worked with a lot of NBA All-Stars, and you've worked with a lot of MVPs here as well. Kevin Garnett, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook. As you mentioned, SGA is in that group as well. Can you give the listeners a little bit of, and again, these are obviously incredible basketball players and their work ethic. I get it. The work ethic has been legendary as well, but what's another off-court trait that these MVP level basketball players that have that I think maybe a lot of, non-basketball insiders don't know about?
Well, the one guy you left off that list, and I have to call him out, is Giannis Antetokounmpo,
right.
who I've been
My
with
bad.
the last 3 years.
My fault.
2-time MVP, right?
Hell yeah, man. How did I leave Giannis off?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my bad.
Right?
Yeah.
But let's talk about like Kevin, Russell, James, Giannis, a lot, Kevin Garnett. All these guys have the same DNA, which is their willingness. And I said earlier about Russell is to sacrifice and be consistent in what they do. They have consistent work, daily life habits. And it's no surprise that when you put the time in and you're doing it in a consistent way and you have healthy habits, that it's going to translate into good things. And these guys have obviously some God-given talent, and they've got some unbelievable size and speed and athleticism. Now what they've done is they haven't wasted it. Any of those guys that I just mentioned, not one of them wasted a day, right? And I saw it. I saw it firsthand from each one of those guys. But I would say the consistency to their craft and to being better is what stands out with those guys. They have a routine and they stay with it, right? Whether it's a game day routine or a practice day routine, they look different, right? Whether it's something on an off day and in the off season, they're willing to do that every single day, and that's what makes them special.
It really is incredible. The more I learn about, high level players, high level business people, just high level artists, whatever you're talking about, there's always seems to be a common thread of just got to be consistent. I mean, almost psychopathic in their consistency. And I love the fact that you brought that up again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Russell, and some of those other guys we're still talking about, even Giannis, and just being with him for the last 3 years, Kevin Durant, same thing. But especially Russ, he played the game with an almost, and this is a positive thing. He played it with an irrational confidence, right? A relentless attack mentality that he coupled with his explosive athleticism. And then at the end of the day, all of these guys, especially Russell, has a competitive spirit that made him elite, right? Honestly, Russell, his competitiveness was as good as any player I've ever been around in 30 years in the NBA, and I would match him up there with Kevin Garnett, who we know was a nut competitively, right?
Yes.
That's what kind of made him great. But Russell had all those things and a motor, and he got people around him to play harder than they would have wanted to play.
I love it.
On every single night that they were on the floor. Russell pulled these guys with him, right? And he didn't say, come on, guys, we got to play hard tonight. He just went out there and did it and said, you're either going to run with me, right, and get the ball if you're ahead of me, or you're going to be behind me and you're going to be watching me play every night because I'm going to be at the rim. And that's what I loved about him. He brought it every single night, back-to-back games, 4 games in 6 nights. It didn't matter. He had the same juice every single night.
One of my favorite players currently in the NBA, an up-and-coming rising player, somebody that, got MVP consideration last year, was Cade Cunningham. I love this guy's attitude. I love his overall game. You had an opportunity to work with him, I believe, there in Detroit. And again, I talked about how he's got some of that, MVP consideration last year. Obviously got hurt down the stretch,
right.
but still, can you talk to me about how Cade Cunningham was able to, in your opinion, just kind of sort of elevate not only his own game last year, but also the game of his teammates there in Detroit? And a follow-up question for you there is, how does he, again, kind of compare, not just from a physicality standpoint, but a mentality standpoint to some of these other great NBA players you've mentioned as well?
Well, Cade Cunningham was taken number 1 overall, right? So out of Oklahoma State, taken number 1, has a pretty good rookie year. Second year was shortened by a leg injury, and I think he only played maybe 10 games, and he spent the whole year rehabbing. And I was with him almost every day during that rehab session, watching him, helping him. But he had a personal guy, one of our coaches, who helped him shoot and get his shot straight. Even though he wasn't able to run or do anything, he worked relentlessly on his shooting. And that was something that Cade Cunningham really needed to add to his game. And he straightened his shooting out a little bit. And I think in year 3, he had a little bit better year. And even though the team wasn't playing very well, and it's well documented that Detroit was horrible that one year, they kept losing a bunch of games in a row. He came back strong and he never gave up. And again, his mentality is relentless also. He's the kind of guy that just wants to keep on pushing to get better. I think that Cade found downhill attacks. He's so big. His shoulders are very wide. He's got huge hands. He's able to handle the ball and put it out, away from the defense. He played with a lot more downhill mentality the last couple of years. And then his shooting helped him. So he's put all that together. He's become a better leader, and it takes these guys a few years. Think about the last 4 point guards, or those 3 point guards that I had the last 3 or 4 teams I've been with have been Cade Cunningham. Prior to that, it was Tyrese Halliburton. Prior to that, it was Shea Alexander.
Wow.
So I had these 3 point guards in the past 6 years as point guards leading the team that I was a coach of. And if you would have told me that 5 years ago that Shea Alexander and Tyrese Halliburton in 3 years from now are going to be playing in the NBA Finals against each other, and one's going to be an MVP, I'd have said no way. But
crazy.
What they did was all of them put their head down. They went to work, and they got better consequently. And basketball now, NBA basketball specifically, is a year-round sport.
It is.
It is no longer 8 months, 9 months, whatever. Let me take a few months off and recoup. It's like 11 and a half months a year. Guys are in the gym. That's what I'm doing right now in Chicago. We've got guys working out and guys all over the country in their own gyms, and you've got to really be dedicated to this craft in order to be the best, and some of those guys are.
Rex Kalamian, assistant coach there for the Chicago Bulls, working under Tiago Splitter's crew. Okay, I want to shift and talk a little bit about Chicago. You've got a rookie with some buzz in regards to Caleb Wilson. Man, can you talk to me about, again, just his athleticism overall, and what are your first initial impressions of the rookie?
Well, he's got great size, great speed, great strength, athleticism. All of the tools are there. And, I talked to him a little bit today, as a matter of fact, and he's very inquisitive about everything about the league, which is very good. It's a great trait to have. He wants to be great. He wants to know how the great players became great.
Interesting.
What was their work ethic like? What did they do? What did they work on? To me, he's, like I said, his size is going to allow him to be really special, and his ball handling. When a lot of parents, a lot of people ask me all the time, what can I tell my son? How can I help my son? How can I help my daughter become a better basketball player? I say all the time, teach them the fundamentals. Get somebody that's going to teach them how to dribble, right? Dribble, pass, and shoot. But if you can dribble, you can play this game, and you could get the ball in your hands, and you could run it really from any position. Doesn't matter your size. But Caleb is a big kid who's going to be, in my opinion, is going to be a perennial all-star as soon as he figures out the league and puts it all together.
Well, it sounds like he's got the mentality to try to improve as well, which I find to be really, really encouraging, just because, again, out of North Carolina, man, I felt like, okay, yeah, athleticism, 100% there, but he's got to develop some of those skills that you're talking about there, Rex. I want to stay with the Bulls, and just because I'm a basketball nerd, I love this guy, Matas Buzelis, man. And I know he's not like the biggest name right now, but man, Buzelis has got some skills now. Can you talk to me again? What are your impressions of Matas Buzelis, and how do you see him developing?
Well, he averaged almost 17 points per game last year. Didn't have a great season in terms of the team, but he's really coming around. I like him from the little I've been around him already. He's another one of these guys that plays kind of towards the rim and relentlessly trying to attack the rim. Doesn't matter whether you're in front of him or not. He wants to play with force.
Yeah.
And does not shy away from contact. Like I watched a lot of film on him in the past, month and a half, and just watching how he puts the ball on the floor and really he's as vicious on the rim, like he's trying to dunk the basketball and take people with him, a la Russell Westbrook, right? We know that's like one of Russell's things, right? His trademark is attacking the rim like that. Matas Buzelis does the same thing from his position, and it's good to see people play with that type of aggression and that type of force, and we're expecting a really big year out of him. He's had a couple of big jumps already from his rookie year at 8 points to his second year at almost 16 or 17. I think this is going to be another great jump for him, and being able to play alongside guys like Norm Powell, who we've added to our team, it's going to only enhance and help him as well.
I think the Bulls are sneaky this year, man. I'm excited for them. Hey, very quickly before I let you go, I did not realize how good of a hooper Double P is. You have seen Peyton Lodge.
I don't know if he knows you call me Double P.
Yeah, he doesn't know the nickname yet. But Rex, I did not realize that Peyton was a straight-up hooper. Can you let the listeners know the strengths of this kid's game?
Oh, man, he could handle it. He could shoot it. He could pass. Listen, I landed one day. I'll tell you a quick story. I landed in Boston one day, go play the Celtics.
Yeah.
And by chance, I think I texted Peyton and said, "Hey, listen, I'm in Boston. You want to come to the game tomorrow?" He said, "Coach, I have a game today." He was playing over at Emerson College. I said, "What?" "I'm right down the street." So I shot over there and watched him play in his game there at college basketball. And just like really fun to watch him. And I've seen Peyton Lodge grow up for a very long time and watched his game. And he's a solid basketball player for sure.
I love it, man. It's the great Rex Kalamian, assistant coach with the Chicago Bulls right now. Rex, I really appreciate the time, man. Great interview.
Of course. Thank you. Good luck to you guys. Talk to you soon.
All right, will do. What is it like to have an NBA coach examine your game? That's got to be pretty cool, man. Double P! He's a hooper now. I'm telling you, bro. I've seen some clips of Pate just hooping. I'm like, golly, this guy can hoop. What's going on? That's good stuff. We have gone way long, but that conversation was awesome. I love talking to to coaches about just mentality type stuff. Stuff that you don't get to see on your screen. That was a really interesting conversation, a really good insight, especially on the retirement of former MVP in Russell Westbrook. Okay, we step away. When we come back, it's more of the James Coe Show right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. doing Narcos, baby? What's going on?
Oh, yeah. We're not messing around.
Oh, we're not messing around. Short segment here. Give you a quick Dodgers preview before first pitch at 7:10. Brewers taking on the Dodgers here. First of 4 games between these two teams, these two top teams in the National League at Dodger Stadium. For Milwaukee, it's lefty Shane Drowan versus righty Roki Sasaki. On Friday, Yamamoto takes the bump. On Saturday, that's the one everyone's going to be watching, man. It's Jacob Mizorowski and his 1.76 ERA taking on Justin Wrobleski, who has been absolutely struggling over his previous 3 starts. On Sunday, it'll be Logan Henderson taking on Tarek Skubal. If the Dodgers win tonight, these teams will share the best record in the National League. I bring up Skubal. Interesting that he will be part of this series as well. Remember, both of these teams were mentioned in the Skubal sweepstakes. The Brewers reportedly balked at including rookie Logan Henderson, who's been their young star on the mound, in any deal with the Tigers. Henderson and Skubal are going to be facing off on Sunday's series finale. The Brewers have been big-time slumping. They've lost 3 games in a row, and overall they're 8-8 over their last 16 games. This is a stretch where they are batting .221 in that stretch and scoring just 3.17 runs per game. They ranked 5th in the MLB with 5.1 runs per game before this cold streak. Both teams, again, coming off of sweeps, one good, one bad. Dodgers sweeping the Royals and the Brewers getting swept by San Diego. A 3-game series where they only scored 7 runs. That's not good. That is not good. Since the All-Star break, Roki Sasaki is an absolute monster. 3-0 with a 1.88 ERA, 26 strikeouts in 24 innings pitched. He has been absolutely on fire. He cannot be stopped. He's gone to the comically large glove, and that's his binky. That is his binky. He's been absolutely outrageous. Man, Justin Wrobleski needs to drop this giant glove too, bro. That needs to happen. Meanwhile, Shohei Ohtani, he is loving seeing southpaws. He's homered against Royals lefty Daniel Lynch on Wednesday, and he's hitting .388 with an .837 OPS with 10 extra base hits over his last 52 plate appearances against lefties. Ohtani's 12 home runs against lefties tied with Kyle Schwarber for second most in the MLB. Okay, we step away. When we come back, it's more of the James Coe Show. that Vin.
Dodger baseball.
Hey, forget about 21 Savage. We need Vin. Posty needs some AI Vin or something. Forget about 21 Savage, bro. Okay? Man. I'm not going to lie to you, man. It's like sensory overload right now. After an off season where, again, it's August 13th. And there's no basketball, there's no football. It's just one game at a time. We're just watching baseball right now. And right now, with the preseason back in full swing, with the Dodgers about to, get going, it's it's sensory overload, dude. There's too many games going on. It's awesome. I love it. There's too many. Just an abundance of highlights going right now. If you guys want to call in, 855-97-LA-FAN, 855-97-LA-FAN. I have been trying my best to keep an eye on some of these highlights that are coming through. I've got some, I got a little bit of insider access on some all-22 film from the NFL too. I've been trying to keep my eye on some of that stuff too. But like I said, man, it's sensory overload right now. The YouTube chat is just popping. It's great. Easy E 213 is unhinged right now. Absolutely unhinged. I am not going to read all of his comments because he's going crazy. He's going absolutely insane. But he does have a couple of interesting comments in here. One, Russell Westbrook never worked on his skills. That is flat out wrong. That is absolutely, that's an insane take. What? Did you not see him come from UCLA to turn into Mr. Triple-Double? What the hell? What are you talking about, bro? His skills absolutely improved. He worked on his shot tremendously. He worked on his shot like an insane person. He worked on his dribble like an insane person. He used to just be like a one dribble and go guy. Dude, he became one of the best dribblers in the NBA. That is an unhinged and totally incorrect take. I do agree with the next part that he said, though. He never acquiesced his game. And it worked for him when he was like the guy, when he was the man. I think it worked for him, right? Like your everyone's game kind of sort of worked around Russell Westbrook's game. But I would say, though, as he aged, I do agree with that take that he needed to figure out how to age his game gracefully when he wasn't this athletic superhuman. And I think he struggled with that. He still was a very, very ball-dominant guard at a point in his career, at some point in his career that ended up being a detriment to his game as well. And quite frankly, I think he has enough athleticism. He's got enough skills to still continue on his career if he wanted to do that. But the problem is that he's just so ball-dominant. And you can't be that guy for a good NBA franchise. And even if you're a bad NBA franchise, the problem with that style of basketball is that you're most likely blocking the development of young players who need the ball in their hands as well. So part of it, I think a big part of why he chose retirement. By the way, remember there was that huge rumor that he was going to go play in Israel, like the Tel Aviv team or whatever it was. And man, he looked at that and said, man, I love hoop. I don't love it that much, bro. Like, I am going to retire. And, hey, fair for him, man. Fair play. Russell Westbrook goes down as an all-time great. Where he is on that pantheon, I don't know. I don't think he's going on. Look, I know Double P loves Russell Westbrook. I don't think you're putting Russ on your Mount Rushmore, are you? Is he a top 4 player for you all time, like ever?
All time? No.
Okay.
But, man, I love
personal Mount Rushmore, that's fine.
Yeah, he's on my personal Mount Rushmore without question.
Yeah.
But Trae Young's on there too, though.
Yeah, but see, that's wild, dude. Bro, that's wild. Why would Trae Young? Dude, Ice Trae in your personal top 4 is absolutely. But you know what it speaks to though? Like, you're a hardcore hooper, right? And like hardcore hoopers have the most insane basketball takes. They do. And
They do.
I think that's consistent, like across the board. That's why when these NBA guys have podcasts, they say the most insane stuff. Like, you're like, bro, where are you? Like, this is like an alien from outer space talking about hoops. But I truly feel like a lot of NBA guys are like this, like hardcore hoopers have the craziest Mount Rushmores. They have the most insane takes because when you're a hooper, you see the game completely different. I'm saying this as an outside observer. Let me tell you right now, I am not a hooper. I love hoop. I played, pickup basketball like dang near every single day when I was in high school and in college. Like, I loved pickup basketball. But dude, come on, bro. Like, I'm a 5'8" short king, dude. You think I could hoop? By the way, 5'8" short king with limited athleticism. Absolutely was not hooping, bro. I wasn't that guy. But I loved the game. And obviously, as I got older, I loved covering the game too. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, hoopers like just have the most crazy takes in the whole world.
Well, I will say my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Give it to me.
Since it's like, I mean, I'm a 5'10" guard.
Yeah.
You know, and so I kind of have like, obviously my Rushmore consists of, okay, first,
undersized dudes?
Yes.
Okay.
All
got
of them.
It. Okay.
All
okay.
of them.
Okay.
Trae Young. And Trae Young.
Yeah.
Russ.
Okay.
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson. Okay. He's like the king of undersized hoopers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And last but not least, because I'm not going to pick Steph because Steph is on like my actual Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. He's
And Peyton Pritchard.
Dude, wait, hold up, dude.
Are you kidding? He is so good.
Pritchard.
He is so good. It is in, if you guys are, because we're on the West Coast.
Are you
out
an
here.
alien?
We're on the West Coast. No one has seen Peyton Pritchard play on a Tuesday night on League Pass, okay?
Dog.
That's what, get yourself
Dog.
League Pass and watch some Peyton Pritchard.
I absolutely will not do that. Are you insane?
You know what? I will buy League Pass for you. So, and I'll give you my username and password just so you can sign in and watch Pritchard.
Are you insane?
Pritchard had 30-point games last year.
Oh my God. First of all, in today's NBA, everyone has 30-point games. Like, literally everyone. Bam had 83. Like, that doesn't mean anything. Scoring doesn't mean anything nowadays. Like, that's what's crazy. I mean, first of all, the gather step has ruined the game. I know I sound like a boomer. This is a total boomer take, but get rid of the gather step. Stop it.
You don't like it?
No, it's stupid. It's ruining the game because these athletes are too good and they're too smart now and their ball handling is too good. Like, the gather step, bro, we're watching Giannis have a gather step from the three-point line and dunking it.
Yeah, Giannis takes one dribble from half court.
One dribble, literally one dribble from 30 feet out, and he's dunking it. Not shooting it, dunking it.
There's also
the gather step is out of control.
Not even a gather step in the NBA is the problem. It's also just like no travels being called anymore. It's like,
but there's no travels because of the gather.
Yes, but think about how many times on a fast break we've seen someone like Giannis or Jaylen Brown, but right before they're going to do something crazy at the rim.
They take 5 steps. And
take 5 steps and it never gets called.
No, yeah.
It's so weird.
It's so weird. And I'll tell you the worst corner of the internet.
Yeah.
Are the social media influencers telling you how nothing is a travel?
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
yeah, that's the worst one.
That is the darkest place on the internet, and I cannot stand. But you know what? I watch every single one of these videos.
Yeah, the trainers
showing you a gather step into a jump stop, and then 2 steps and a spin move into another jump, and you're like, dude, bro. I don't care what the quote-unquote rules are. Bro, if you do that on the pickup basketball court and you're trying to say that's a legal dribble, based off of international and NBA rules, you're getting socked.
That's the worst one is when you take them out to the blacktop. You go play outdoors at a park or something.
And you
local
pull
park,
that move?
You start pulling that stuff off. People are gonna be like, "Oh, that's a travel," and then you have to sit there
and
holding
explain.
you're holding the ball,
Holding the ball, every
holding
single
up
time.
everyone. You're holding up everyone. The 20 people waiting next. You're holding up everything.
Dude.
Oh no, that's not a travel. Here's why.
Here
And
is
then,
why.
Oh, 5 minutes.
Because the gather step into a jump stop, I can jump off the jump stop into another step, and it's like, dude, just give me the ball, bro.
Just give me the ball. Check it up. Let's go.
Check up.
You know, and then the defense just goes, you know what?
Oh
Shut
my
up.
gosh,
The
shut
point
up,
was
dude.
yours. Yeah, count the bucket.
Okay,
Let's play.
dude, just check up, dude. That is the worst. I hate watch every single one of those videos, dude. It's the worst. The absolute.
It's pretty bad.
It's so bad, bro. Get rid of the gather step, dude.
Two
It's
guys who have
ruining
mastered
basketball.
it, though. Jalen Brunson and Peyton Pritchard. Two guys on my Mount Rushmore.
Oh my god.
Those little guys, they need to know how to, I mean, they need something to their advantage. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Those little guys have mastered the footwork.
Now that you have said that, now I want it gone even faster. So stupid. And I love Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is the best.
Oh, yeah.
He's the best little man since Allen Iverson, dude.
Yeah, that act, I can't believe Jalen Brunson and Luka were on the same team at one point.
Dude, seriously, though. That's crazy.
It's nuts.
Insane. Anyways, I don't know how we got down this rabbit hole. It's all good. 855-97-LA-FAN. Tell me whether or not you love the gather step.
You know the number.
You know the number, okay? The YouTube chat is still going crazy, which is cool. No tan lines, Rob. All right. Anyways. Okay, let's go. Let's go right now. Easy E says, don't make me call in. That is Truth Co. in regards to his horrendous take on Russell Westbrook not developing as a player.
That's just terrible.
That's the absolute.
That's awful.
Hey, yo, Easy E, first of all, let me just say, man, like, you have some good takes. Like, you got some fire takes, bro. But that right there, bro, that is just straight up incorrect.
What's his name? Easy what?
Easy E 213.
Let's tell Easy E 213 how many points Russ averaged at UCLA. 12.7.
Yeah, first of all, that is more of a like, wow, Ben Howland, what are you doing?
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's more of a like, bro, Ben Howland, why? I mean, it's like, why are you so good, and also why are you so bad? You know, by the way, this is going way off left field here. The one thing that I would say is that Ben Howland taught all these guys how to D up, and every single one of these guys that he coached had longer careers because they knew how to lock down defensively. Like, hey, listen, no disrespect to Aaron Aflalo, an all-time UCLA Bruin great. But you cannot tell me that a somewhat below average athlete like Aaron Aflalo was going to play, you know, whatever. How long did he play in the NBA? Like 10 years? Something crazy.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he had such a long career almost all of it is due to the fact that he could defend. And he was a solid defender. And by the way, those guys played with effort too, man. Like, that's the other thing about Ben Howland. Like, you had to play like a dog chasing a bone. I mean, you had to have just crazy tenacity. And that's why, and by the way, that's also why I just take such great exception to Kevin Love.
Oh, I love Kevin Love.
No, dude.
Love him.
Kevin Love was a great player that one season at UCLA, but he has used every opportunity to down-talk Ben Howland and down-talk his experience at UCLA. Yeah. And what did the only thing Ben Howland wanted from Kevin Love was for him to, dude, stop being a fat ass and just get in shape, dude. Bro, you love Kevin Love. Okay, that's great. But did you see how pudgy he was at UCLA? He was insanely pudgy.
Yeah, he couldn't move.
And Ben Howland was like, dog, get off that pizza.
Yeah.
Pick up a salad and get in shape.
And mix in a salad. That's what he said.
I mean, like, that's all Ben Howland wanted from Kevin Love. And by the way, once Kevin Love did get in shape,
Yeah.
was freaking great.
Oh, he's awesome.
He was such a good player.
He was like vintage TJ Leaf.
Wow, what a pull.
Oh, hey, quick
What
Ben
a pull.
Hallen thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Breaking news.
Yes.
We gotta get a sounder for this. We got more breaking news here.
What do we got?
Ben Howland and my dad played at Cerritos High School together.
Oh my goodness. The family lore goes crazy on this show, dude.
And
The family lore goes crazy, dude.
he would give my dad rides home after games.
What? Wait, hold up, dude. Did your dad ever say, is Ben Howland cool or not, dude?
I think he loved him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Because I think Ben Howland was a senior when he was a sophomore. I
At
think
Cerritos.
At Cerritos High School.
Oh, beautiful.
And
What's the mascot in Cerritos? What's their mascot?
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay, we're gonna find that. We're gonna effort that.
Yeah, we'll F that.
Yeah, we'll effort that.
But he would take him home, and then he kind of like took my dad under his wing and showed him the ropes a little bit. You know, senior. Just kind of.
Wait, hold up. Hey, hold up. This is going to tie into yesterday. Dude, is Ben Howland the reason why your dad's an absolute psychopath and eats Cheerios out of a plastic bag dry?
Oh my God! My dad just sent me a text that says "dry cereal and the Ben Howland teammates."
The family lore going crazy right now, bro. I feel like Ben Howland is the reason why your dad turned into a dry Cheerio eating psychopath. That seems like those two things would go.
By the way, Cerritos Dons.
The Cerritos Dons.
Cerritos Dons.
The beautiful Dons of Cerritos.
Of course.
Of course. How could we forget? How could we possibly have forgotten about the beautiful Dons of Cerritos High School, man? That's crazy.
Oh man, yeah,
I
that's good stuff.
listen, I feel like Ben Howland definitely influenced your dad to like get in crazy good shape and just be an absolute psychopath eating dry Cheerios.
No Reiter, no milk.
I feel like that's Ben Howland right there. That has to be the Ben Howland influence. You know what? I bet you he tried to get Kevin Love to eat dry Cheerios with no milk out of a plastic bag, and that is why Kevin Love hates UCLA. And by the way, if that story is true, because I'm making that up right now, but if that story is true, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to side with Kevin Love. I have always hated Kevin Love, like just dogging on UCLA and Ben Howland, even though the only thing Ben Howland wanted him to do was be the best version of himself. And by the way, Ben Howland teaching and like coaching up Kevin Love to play defense, you know, like again, that has kept Kevin Love in the NBA. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know, dude. I'm not sure. Like I said. But I will say, I will take all of those back. I will take all of that back. If Ben Howland was trying to convince Kevin Love to eat dry Cheerios out of a plastic bag. If he tried to do that and Kevin Love was like, "Hey, listen, that is a line we can't cross."
Coach, that's sick.
That is just sick, coach. I'm out.
I'm transferring.
If that was the case, then I agree with Kevin Love. Screw Ben Howland. Wow, insane. I don't even know where to go from that other than to break. Okay, so we will go to break. When we come back, it's NFL updates. We're going NFL updates, baby. Yeah! Here we go. Preseason in full effect. You're listening to the James Kell Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports.
A straight I formation for Washington to run behind. And he's into daylight. He gets a block. Mike Washington Jr. all the way down to the 12-yard line. He rips off a 56-yard run.
Pretty good stuff from rookie out of Arkansas in Mike Washington, playing there for the Las Vegas Raiders. I wrote about Mike Washington. I'm going to desperately find this thing that I wrote about Mike Washington very quickly. Bear with me. But he was a player that I did chart, again, out of Arkansas. And he is a player that is... Hey, listen, that I formation, man gap stuff, like that's perfect for him. He's a very straight line player, can't really get to the outside. But what I find to be interesting is that he can be a straight ahead hammer versus Ashton Ginty's, outside flowing, beautiful runs that Ashton Ginty will no doubt have under Clint Kubiak. And by the way, Clint Kubiak, as I've mentioned many times, is a second-generation, multi-generational outside zone guy. I think we will primarily see outside zone concepts, or just, outside concepts. I don't want to say zone. But again, I think we will see wide zone used quite extensively, but I think man gap stuff will definitely be on the menu as well, especially getting to the outside. I think we're going to see a bunch of pulling guards, listen, a little GT counter. Let's go. Get to the outside, baby. But no, that would be great. But again, there will be some power football mixed in there too. Counters and, we're just going to slam it up the middle. And that's the run that Mike Washington had. And his most successful runs last year out of Arkansas were man gap concepts that went in between the tackles. He was a substandard performer when trying to get to the outside, and in particular was really not very good running outside man gap concepts. Maybe I'm getting too little inside baseball here, but the bottom line is Mike Washington is a really good athlete. He's 6'1", 223 pounds. He ran a 4.33 40. He had a 39-inch vertical at 223 pounds. Good night. Was a good player, pretty productive, nearly 1,300 total yards last year for Arkansas with a 6.4 yards per carry average. But, man, he is great between the tackles, and that's exactly what we saw off that big run here in the preseason. Okay. So, again, he will be a little bit of a hammer to Ashton Ginty's. I don't know what Ginty's also a little bit of a hammer, too. Might get some goal line looks if we're being honest here. Lions at Bengals. Joe Burrow got one series in here. He looked pretty good, 5 of 6 for 39 yards passing. Jamar Chase got one reception for 16 yards. They looked, again, pretty much in midseason form. Great connection, good rhythm, good chemistry from Jamar on that one throw. So, again, look good for Joe Burrow, but he did have a sack here as well, which you never want to see in the preseason. Chase Brown, 5 carries for 16 yards, a meager 3.2 yards per carry. We'll see if that one ends up going anywhere. For Detroit, not really a whole lot to take away in regards to Detroit. No Goff, no starters of note, no Jahmyr Gibbs, no Amon-Ra St. Brown. We've got a really interesting story. Terrion Arnold was picked up by a different team. Now remember, Terrion Arnold was a first-round draft pick on Detroit, no longer there. He got cut. Really interesting backstory. We'll get more into that when we do a little bit of cover 3. Packers at Steelers as well. No Aaron Rodgers for Pittsburgh, but if you're trying to get anything from the quarterback rotation, again, Mason Rudolph got the start. So is he the direct backup right now to Aaron Rodgers? There was a little bit of a groundswell, a little bit of hype for OSU quarterback Will Howard, who got in there second for Pittsburgh. And Jeremy Bernard out of Alabama, 4 catches for 51. he had a really nice, tough catch and run for 25 yards. Again, this was on the boundaries. He broke a couple of tackles, man. Really tough, really. And let me say this about Pittsburgh, too. Their wide receivers, I don't know if they're the greatest, but they will be one of the biggest. And they will be, in my opinion, that 3 wide receiver set. And if you know anything about what we're going to see in Pittsburgh from Mike McCarthy, he's going to run a heavy dosage of 11 personnel. So 3 wide receivers will be out there. Man, this 3 wide receiver set in Pittsburgh, goodness gracious, it has to be the most physical in the NFL. I mean, Jeremy Bernard is 6'1". He's playing out the dang slot. Michael Pittman, 6'4". DK Metcalf, 6'5". All of these dudes are over 200 pounds. This is, again, is it the best receiver core in the NFL? No, but it is, in terms of just size and physicality, it's got to be the most physical wide receiver group in the NFL. So if you like physical football, and this fits perfectly with like the DNA of Pittsburgh, I think the Steeler fans are going to love this wide receiver group. I do. Continuing on with in this game, Drew Aller from Penn State got in on the third quarter. His very first pass went for 75 yards, although I would say, hey, listen, chill. If you actually watch the game, it was a little 12-yard inbreaker and then a big-time catch and run. But Drew Aller from Penn State, he did end up getting a touchdown.
Aller again rolling left. Finds it. And it's a touchdown for Region. Caden Region gets into the end zone. He almost did earlier on the 74-yard.
Okay, so again, Drew Aller, Will Howard, 2 young players. Dude, I am so confused. I just, like, Mason Rudolph must be the best practice player ever. Because we know that when Mason Rudolph actually plays an NFL game, he absolutely stinks. We already know this. He's horrendous. He's so bad. And yet they're still Mason Rudolph, y'all. Like, how is he in the NFL? Bro, give me the unknown. Like, I would rather take the mystery box of Will Howard or the mystery box of Drew Aller than Mason Rudolph. He must be the best practice guy, or he must be an absolute gem in the QB room or something. Because we have an insurmountable amount of visual evidence that Mason Rudolph stinks. Like, he's not good. He is not somebody that can come in relief and do anything. We have so much visual evidence that this guy cannot play. And yet, somehow, some way, he's still on this team. It's crazy. What's happening, dude? Oh my gosh. Insane. I'm so confused by NFL teams sometimes, you know? It's like, who cares if Mason Rudolph is giving you like good practice reps or whatever? Like, oh, he's working great with the second team. It's great. It's wonderful. Who cares? I mean, Mike McCarthy, if you are truly a quarterback developer, I mean, that's his whole calling card, right? For Mike McCarthy being a quarterback developer guy. Bro, if that is actually your calling card, you've got 2 interesting dudes in Will Howard and Drew Aller. Drew Aller would have been a much higher draft pick if he wasn't hurt. And also if he wasn't absolutely atrocious in big games. Drew Aller's so bad. I wonder, what is that, by the way, what is that quarterback meeting like when Drew Aller and Will Howard are looking at each other, you know? Like, Will Howard must just be talking so much junk. Like, bro, I dominated you, bro. Because he did, by the way. He did. Ohio State just absolutely crushed Penn State every single time. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm so confused by Pittsburgh. One note that I do want to make, though, is that former Iowa star Caleb Johnson, dude, he's done. He's done. And I feel bad for him because I think Caleb Johnson actually is a pretty darn good player. 2 carries for 3 yards tonight. 1.5 yards per carry. I don't need to do the math for you. At least I hope I don't. 2 carries for 3 yards. And it would be one thing if he was the direct backup. But keep in mind, this Pittsburgh team did not play any of their starters. And their top 2 running backs, Rico Dowdle and Jalen Warren, they didn't play. Here's the thing. You would think, okay, maybe it's Caleb Johnson, because Caleb Johnson at Iowa was an absolute stud. Stud. I mean, we're talking about a dude that, ran for 1,500 yards at Iowa. 6.4 yards per carry. He was a home run threat every single time he touched the ball for the Hawkeyes. And as a result, he was a 3rd-round pick. I'm telling you, he was one of the best. He was absolutely one of the best running backs in college when he came out. Arthur Smith didn't use him. And you're like, all right, well, that's Arthur Smith. He stinks, and he's weird. He's a total weirdo. He hates using his stars. So maybe that's a reason why. Nope. Man, I don't know what is going on with Caleb Johnson. I hope he latches on with a different team, though. Because, again, as I mentioned, Rico Dowdle, Jalen Warren didn't play. And it wasn't Caleb Johnson. It was Travis Homer. And then it wasn't after Travis Homer, it wasn't Caleb Johnson. No, it was some character named Lou Nichols. Bro, I love running backs. I'm a huge running back, aficionado. I cover the NFL, extensive. I have no idea who in the world Lou Nichols is. Who is Lou Nichols? Who is this guy? Oh, he's a round 7 pick from Central Michigan. I don't have the foggiest idea who Lou Nichols is, and he got in before Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson is toast. I feel extremely bad for him. Oh, bro, I just looked it up. Lou Nichols last year, he must have gotten hurt. Because in 2021, he had 341 carries for 1,800 yards. Last year, his final season at Central Michigan, 176 carries for 616. Eesh. 3.5 yards per carry for Lou Nichols. Last year, I have no idea who this guy is. No clue, none.
Who the is that guy?
And that guy, by the way, is playing ahead of Caleb Johnson. He's toast.
What?
I feel bad for him, man, because again, as I mentioned, his confidence must be shot. It must be destroyed because he can't play ahead of Lou Nichols. That's insane, man. For Green Bay, Jordan Love was 3 for 5 and had 18 yards. Of the most interesting fantasy football note here, Marshawn Lloyd got the start and played every snap with the starting unit. He wasn't great, but 4 carries for 13 yards and a 3.3 yards per carry average. But again, that's almost irrelevant. What is relevant is that he got every single snap with the starters. And so for fantasy football purposes, if we're looking beyond the starter in Green Bay, the direct handcuff to Josh Jacobs is most likely, and by all appearances, is Marshawn Lloyd out of USC. Now, dude, can Marshawn Lloyd stay healthy? I have no idea. But if he can miraculously stay healthy, somehow, some way, because my guy Marshawn Lloyd has done absolutely nothing, but if he can somehow stay healthy, then he looks to be the direct backup to Josh Jacobs, which again I find to be again relevant if you are looking for something there in the Green Bay backfield. Man, Marshawn Lloyd, dude, I am telling you, I love this guy. He's a round 3 pick out of USC, good player out of USC, and man, this guy has not been able to do anything. He was drafted in 2024. 2024, he was drafted. He's played 1 game. He had 1 game played for 6 carries. He's got 6 carries in his NFL career. Go figure. But I did like him a lot coming out of USC, man. So, again, injuries have absolutely derailed his career. But if you're looking for a handcuff for Josh Jacobs, there you go. It's Marshawn Lloyd. Let's step away. When we come back, we'll give you a Dodgers update. We will give you more breakdowns from the NFL preseason here as well. What am I seeing? What are some interesting news and notes? More NFL football. Yeah, baby, we're back. We're back, son. The NFL is back, yo. Preseason week number 1, takeaways. Coming up next, right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. love that you're mixing it up. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
A little 50. A little 50 Cent in the building right now. Let's go.
Dodger baseball.
Oh, this goes hard. Oh, this goes hard.
Dodger baseball.
Many men with Vin?
Dodger baseball.
Are you kidding me? This is hot.
No, it doesn't feel the same.
Oh, man. That's great, man. 855-97-LA fan. Again, that's 855-97-LA fan. We got a lot going on here in the world of sports. Why? Because preseason is in full swing right now. So it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. This is good. Some takeaways here. By the way, Drew Aller is trending right now because Penn State fans, Nittany Lion fans, man, they are in their feels right now. They're liking what they see from Drew Aller.
Like, who is this guy?
the backup quarterback for the Steelers, taking on Green Bay's, like a bunch of like future car salesmen, plumbers, and, delivery truck dudes.
Hey, maybe ball boys.
There might be some ball boys in here. There might be some practice squad guys in here for sure. But Drew Aller versus Green Bay, look, you can only do what you can do. And Drew Aller was phenomenal in the limited looks that we saw here. He was 10 of 13 throwing the football. That's nearly 77% completion rate, which is good. 154 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, no turnovers whatsoever, and a 155 passer rating, man. That's about as good as it gets. That's about as you really honestly, and I know it's Drew Aller versus a bunch of third string dudes. I get it. I understand. But you really can't ask for a better showing than what we got here from Drew Aller today. And again, I'm just saying that, hey, listen, we could call it what it is. I know it's against a bunch of practice squad guys, and maybe not even that. A bunch of like CFL, indoor football dudes. That's fine. But he's also playing with a bunch of third string guys as well. Right? So, listen, he showed pretty well. Now, hopefully he never has to see Ohio State in the NFL.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness, dude. That was an unnecessary shot. I apologize. That was an unnecessary shot. But no, Drew Aller is trending right now because, man, Penn State fans, they feeling it. They are feeling it. They like it.
He's got to block. He's got to build his confidence on that. Aller zings it over the middle. Weegen's going to turn on the speed. Caden Weegen is on his way. Will he get caught? Turns it on extra. 10-5 down to the 2-yard line.
By the way, it's funny, right? Like, because that was his first pass, right?
Crazy.
And when you look at the box score, according to the box score, his first pass went for 75 yards. And you're like, dang, Drew Aller cooking. It was a 12-yard inbreaker, and the receiver broke a tackle, and there was bad tackling, and he ended up doing a catch and run. It's like a 12. Listen, and the pass on the 12-yard inbreaker was a good one. It's a good pass for sure. Drew Aller put it on him with good timing. But, I mean, it's a catch and run. That's how they ended up getting 75, which obviously inflated a lot of his numbers overall. From what I saw of Drew Aller, he was doing a lot of picking and choosing and a lot of underneath throws. But I will say I liked what I saw overall. But he's still got a way. He still has a ways to go. The injury, I think, will obviously slow him down, but his stat line, like I said, looked great, and it's about as much as you can ask from a guy in Drew Aller making his first NFL appearance. So I don't know. We'll see. Colts at Patriots today as well. I think that game is still going on. I stopped watching it because it kind of sort of doesn't matter now because they went into they tied. Okay, so yeah, there you go. They tied at 13 apiece. There you go. My takeaways almost have nothing to do with the stuff on the field. First of all, Alec Pierce is still recovering. This is probably the biggest Colts storyline right now. there are conflicting reports that Alec Pierce may or may not have received a second PRP injection into his surgically repaired ankle. So again, conflicting reports, which I find to be fascinating, about a PRP injection. Anthony Richardson got the start, and I'm not going to lie to you, he looked awful. He looked like his normal, terrible self. The guy just doesn't have enough game experience, and I'm sorry, like, I know a lot of people are like, well, how's he going to get game experience if he doesn't play the games? Bro, this is not an internship. When you are playing in the NFL, it's not an internship. This isn't a quarterback developing, you know what I'm saying? Like, develop on your own time, like during practice, or do something. Like, I'm so confused by this whole narrative of like, well, the Colts failed Anthony Richardson. No, they didn't. They made a horrible pick. I don't know why they picked him where they picked him. Like, that makes no sense. Like, why would you spend a top 5 pick on Anthony Richardson, a guy who had very, very little starting experience?
That's terrible.
Why? Just because he's a great athlete? And yeah, he's a great athlete, but he needs to develop as a passer, and he needs to develop, like, I don't know, game smarts. You know why? Again, on his very first drive, okay, look, he throws into double coverage on an underneath out route. Throws into double coverage on an underneath out route. There's no reason why that route should be double covered, but dude, this defense was like, oh, they were baiting him because he's staring down his receiver. There is no reason an underneath out route needs to be double teamed. Like, what are we doing now? But that's how little regard the defense had for Anthony Richardson. And you know what? Played right into it. He threw into that. I can't believe he's throwing into that. It's an underneath out route. It's being double teamed. There has to be somebody else open. Look, I didn't have the all 22, but like, you never see that route get double teamed ever. And the defense was on it, and they were right, because Anthony Richardson immediately threw it. And here's the thing. Not only was that a horrible decision to throw into that double team when obviously somebody else has to be open, right? But okay, so he throws into that route, but then on top of that, he threw it high, and then on top of that, he threw it 100 miles an hour. The receiver couldn't handle it. It deflected into the defender, interception. But I mean, the funny thing is, that's the Anthony Richardson experience. And every now and again, he's going to throw a ball, and you're like, oh my gosh, dude, there's only like 3 humans on planet Earth that could throw that ball. I get it. You're right. He's an unbelievable athlete. Huge, fast, crazy cannon of an arm. But that doesn't matter if he can't process. And to process, he needs more experience. Okay, I get it. But like I said, the NFL's not a training ground. He needs to do that work on his own. I don't know how, like, again, practice time, figure it out, work with receivers on your own. Again, this is not a new problem. A lot of quarterbacks have gone through this. This is what's crazy. We've gone through this. And for some reason, it's a problem for Anthony Richardson. That's not a Colts problem. It's an Anthony Richardson problem. All right, we'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. James Coe here with you.
Dodger baseball.
Hell yeah. Let's go. We're having a good time here. Let's get you a Dodgers update. Right now, it is scoreless in the top of the fourth, but Roki Sasaki is in a little bit of trouble.
What?
Bases juiced. Just 1 out.
Oh, come on!
So we will see if he can get out of this jam. We'll keep a close eye on this one. We will keep with this baseball theme. Get you a double play of headlines here in 6-4-3.
We'll be with you as soon as Leonard hits into a 6-4-3.
Ground ball to short. Vargas. Chavis. Smith. A huge 6-4-3.
Double play.
It's time for the 6-4-3.
All right, Double P with the double play. Hit me.
Oh, yeah. All right, first up, we got Jacob deGrom of the Texas Rangers.
Okay.
deGrom is just 5 strikeouts away from the 2,000 milestone.
Wow.
How about that? At 1,658 and a third innings pitched, entering today, he looks to be the second fastest pitcher to reach 2,000 strikeouts in Major League Baseball history. How about that? Only Chris Sale, I have his autographed baseball, by the way. Only Chris Sale did it in 1,626 innings. Would have fewer innings to 2,000. So that's the only one in front of Jacob deGrom. How crazy is that?
Yeah, that is interesting. I will say, I am curious, though. Look, he's taken on your Angels.
Yeah.
And the Angels have actually knocked him out of this game by scoring 2 runs in 2 innings pitched for Jacob deGrom. But here's the weird thing. He's only thrown 53 pitches, and they took him out.
Yeah. It's weird. Well, you know what, though? The Rangers are actually playing for something. So when your starter actually gives up runs, they take their guys out and they get to the bullpen, which is terrible too.
I mean, that quickly, though?
Yeah, it's crazy. So the first time,
53 pitches?
his last start against the Angels, by the way, gave up 6 earned runs against the Angels.
Well, you know what? He's always struggled against the Angels too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm surprised.
The craziest thing about just the Rangers in general as a baseball team, they're in the American League West, as we all know. That division is terrible.
It's so bad.
They are 60-61. The Rangers, they're a game and a half out. Not of the playoffs. They're a game and a half out of the division to go ahead and lead the American League West. They're behind the Houston Astros. How crazy is that those guys are playing for a division title when you're 60-61?
What the hell? Sub 500 is sub 500 going to win this division, dude?
It could, but I don't think so. They're all the Astros, the Rangers, even the Mariners are hovering, but they're still below. They're all hovering around 500. Someone's going to get really hot and win 7, 6, or 8 games in a row, or
they're
something.
They're going to get really hot and win 3 games in a row.
Someone's going to get hot, win 7 games in a row, and go. Whoever wins the American League West will be about 6 games over 500, which is insane.
By the way, Mike Trout, 2 for 2 in this game with an RBI, so contributing to the Angels knocking out Jacob deGrom early. I'm just so confused by this. Why take him out after 2 innings when he's only thrown 53 pitches? Look, I get it. You've given up 2 runs in that bottom half of the second inning.
And they were stressful innings.
But, again, we're 53 pitches. He could easily get back on track and pitch another 3 innings of clean ball. I'm so confused.
It's definitely one of those things where we talked about it last week, where if you do get the hook early, if you're a really good starter like Jacob deGrom, he's going ahead and looking at the manager. Coach, who do you have out there that's better than me?
Right, exactly.
Are you kidding me?
I don't get it.
And they bring out another Peyton, by the way, Peyton Gray. They brought him out, so we'll see how many innings he goes in that game. But yeah, how about that Angels update, huh? 2-0 Halos. Thanks for throwing that in there. That they're playing the
you
Angels.
Like that? Yeah,
I like that. Thanks. I see what you did there. But yeah, just congrats to Jacob deGrom. But however, he fell short of it tonight, needing 5 strikeouts to get to 2,000. Only got 3 and got the hook. Yikes.
Yeah.
All right, the second of our double play. The Field of Dreams game was tonight, so all 4 of you that watched that, I hope you enjoyed it. It was Phillies against the Twins. It was an absolute crazy game as far as just runs. The Phillies go ahead and put up 7, and that's crazy for the Phillies because they haven't done it in a while. They got their butts kicked by the Cardinals 2 out of 3 over the weekend, or past couple days, not the weekend, my goodness. Zach Wheeler got lit up yesterday for them. But the Phillies putting up 7 runs today, how scared are you as far as in a 3-game series? We've talked about it, but
Yes.
just the Phillies lineup.
Yes.
In general, just the Phillies facing the Dodgers, getting Luis Arias, who's starting to heat up a little bit, it's a little scary.
No, I think the Phillies, if you're looking at a short set, 3 games, no one wants to see the Phillies, period. Again, they've got a pretty deep starting rotation there, and you're going to see their guys, man. That is terrifying unit to go against in a 3-game set. So, yeah, no, if you're the Dodgers, do everything possible to get away from them. That is pretty scary. Although, I got to say, in any 3-game series, it's just so messed up because anything can happen, man.
I know.
Anything can happen, especially if you're one of these teams that have a true bona fide stud ace.
Yeah.
A 3-game series is terrifying. So, yeah, man. And by the way, Atlanta's got that guy too, right? So,
Yep.
yeah, I tell you what, like I said, Philadelphia is that one team, though, where they do go 3 deep at the rotation where, yeah, it could be problematic. It could be very problematic.
And tonight, how did we start off the game? With a Schwarber bomb, and then that started off the game to lead it off, hit it into the corn out there in the outfield, and
That's
then
funny.
In his second at-bat.
Hey, well, first of all, how does that work? Can you, if you hit it into the corn, can you just keep chasing it down?
Oh no, the corn is out, over the fence. It's gone. The outfielders have no chance of getting it.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a wall there.
Oh, there is.
Yeah. There's a wall.
That's stupid. They need to take that wall down.
I agree. Well, no, then if someone hits it in there, though, they're just searching for it?
No. If you can't catch it, and if it lands, see, this is the rule. If you hit it out into the corn, and you don't catch it,
ground rule double?
No. It's just a home run.
Oh, okay.
But if it hits the ground,
okay,
right?
Okay.
Now, again, there's got to be a million cameras out there to make sure that the outfielders can't cheat.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you know what? To your point, maybe you just let them keep running.
That would be great. The little leaguers who are usually in the crowd for these Field of Dreams games, they would absolutely love that. My goodness.
That would be so bombed. Yeah, man. Get rid of the wall. Just let them hit it into the corn.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Schwarber into the corn for a second time. Wanted to play this for you.
Okay.
Oh, did he get him again? Golly, man. I'm telling you. That wind's bringing it back. Circling under. Oh, no! Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Off the glove. No, he didn't.
Off the glove of the right fielder into the corn. So,
nice.
Yes, there is a wall there. If there wasn't, he would have definitely made that catch. Keyshaw was in right field against the corn. He definitely would have caught that if there was no wall there.
Dude,
but
see, that's what I'm saying. That would have been sick.
Catching it and falling into the corn.
Into the corn? That's a sick highlight, dude.
That's cool. It's a cool one.
That would be a sick highlight, dude. That's making SportsCenter top 10 all day long. Jumping into the corn, grabbing that ball out of there. That's sick, dude. I love that.
That's great. But yeah, that's your double play. Just keeping you updated with what was going on around the league today because, Jacob deGrom still chasing that milestone of 2,000 career strikeouts.
Just keep him in the game. What are you doing? Take him out of 53 pitches. What are we doing?
Coach, I'm 2 away from 2,000, right?
Come on, man.
What are you,
let's
nuts?
make it happen. This is crazy.
And, of course, Field of Dreams game tonight as well.
Okay, there you go. Let's get you a Dodgers update here while we're here.
Dodger baseball.
It was an incredibly arduous 4th inning for Roki Sasaki as the Milwaukee Brewers pushed 2 across. But It wasn't good. Hey, listen, Roki Sasaki had the bases loaded, and he walked in 2 runs. That's less than ideal.
Oh, come on!
So not ideal. So yeah, he walked in a couple of runs there, did Roki Sasaki. It was, again, pretty tough 4th inning there for Roki. We'll see how much longer he's got to go. 78 pitches right now for Sasaki. I can't imagine he'll get to 100. So what are we thinking here? Maybe he's got an inning left?
Maybe.
Depends on how tough the 5th inning goes too, right? So again, right now the score is 2-0. Brewers in an incredibly important series for both the Brewers and the Dodgers, with the Dodgers at home. But this is not a 3-game set. It's a 4-game set. This game feels very playoff-ish, right?
Yeah.
Again, both teams were in the mix for Tarek Skubal. Dodgers ended up getting him. There were accusations that Detroit was actually asking for more from Milwaukee for some reason, and that they took a lesser deal from LA. There was just a lot of weirdness going on, just a ton of weirdness going on with the Skubal trade, and both of these teams were in on the mix. So we just saw Freddie Freeman drive one into the warning track. So Freddie Freeman, and I bring this up just because Freddie Freeman, remember, fell into the dugout well. I mean, a hard fall. I was about as scary. When I was watching it live, Double P, I don't know if you saw my face, man, but I was like stressed.
Oh, yeah.
I was stressed for Freddie Freeman because, man,
Yeah.
he took a tumble. He is out there, though. I believe he's got a scheduled day off on Saturday. So, or maybe it might even be tomorrow. So, I don't know. We'll see. So, he's got a scheduled day off. But he feels, again, they're talking about whole body soreness, which is that's like the most old man injury ever. All right, let's listen to Freddie Freeman talking about where he is at physically right now.
I didn't hit my head, so that was the key part there. I am sore. Kneecaps are sore, shoulder sore, hands sore, wrist sore. I fell. So I'm in good spirits. I've already cold tubbed. I've done everything I needed to do to put myself in a position to be able to hopefully play tomorrow. I just talked to Doc and Andrew and Gomer and everybody in there. So we'll just see how I feel tomorrow when I wake up. I was already, I think, going to have Friday off. So we'll just see how I feel when I wake up tomorrow. But right now I'm just sore.
Well, there you go. So, like I said, it sounds like it's like the funniest thing because he just took the hardest fall, man. I guess my question would be, why? I mean, look, I know he's saying he's fine-ish. He's got quote unquote whole body soreness. Why not just give him an extra day? Take 2 days off, dude. It's fine. You can do it. He has played so much baseball, and he's 36 years old. Freddie Freeman, I don't understand this move. I just don't understand the move. I really don't. Why isn't Dave Roberts giving him an extra day off? If he had a scheduled day off tomorrow on Friday, dude, just give him Thursday off too. Give him a full 2 days to recover. It's much more important to be healthy than it is even to win these games against Milwaukee. Truly, honestly. I say that, but, if they get swept by Milwaukee, that's brutal.
I can't believe Milwaukee's coming in getting swept. That's insane.
By San Diego?
Yeah, that's
nuts.
San Diego really hot right now, by the way. But also, just it does show how important this game is, to Dave and to the Dodgers to win not just tonight, but just this series. And when
they got to win the series. They
at
least got to go 2-2 in this series, man.
Yes, but on Friday, if he has a scheduled day off, why not just change the day off to tonight?
Right.
The day after he got hurt. If you only want to schedule him for 1 day, go ahead and just sit him down the day after, the day he feels the most sore. I don't know. It's weird.
Like I said, the whole injury situation with Freeman is strange. I I'm just so confused by it.
But then again, maybe he went into Doc's office and said, "Coach, I'm playing tonight."
Yeah, no, I mean, he could have. He could have, but it doesn't, like, again, you're the manager. You got to do what all these guys are going to, I mean, not all of them, but a lot of these guys are going to say, well, I'm going to play.
Yeah.
But you can't be sitting here August 13th and not thinking, how do you not think, let me give my 36-year-old first baseman who's played almost dang near every game this year, why don't I just give him as you mentioned, if it's just one day, okay, well, let's just do it on Thursday, and then you can get back in the lineup on Friday. I mean, are we really that inflexible that we can't do that? I just, like I said, man, I am utterly confused. I am utterly confused by the whole situation. I really, truly, honestly don't get it. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going on there, but we will be giving you Dodger updates all throughout the night. And, man, I'm telling you, this look, I don't need to tell you. Everyone out there knows that this 4-game set between the Brewers and the Dodgers, incredibly important. A potential playoff matchup here as well. So we'll see. I've described this pitching staff as the Avengers pitching staff, right? You've got Yoshi, you've got Skubal, both pitching in this 4-game series. Rocky's taking the bump here in game number 1. But yeah, this is the Avengers pitching staff. Now, can Justin Robleski, can he get back on track? Because goodness gracious, his last 3 games, he has been absolutely horrendous. The one thing I will say about Robleski is that he is getting burned by the long ball. The long ball is crushing him right now, but he'll be taking on a roster that in the Milwaukee Brewers that they just don't hit a lot of home runs.
No.
So maybe that works to his advantage. We shall see.
They don't strike out a lot either, though. They grind at bats. Oh, that's for sure.
Big time.
But even these guys in a 3-game series, though, that's scary too. And you mentioned in the preview, like, all the starters we got and the matchups we have the next couple days. And if you just minimize that into a 3-game series of your own, who are your 3 best, whatever. Jacob Miz, right? The Miz Urowski. Yeah. Logan Henderson is phenomenal this year for the Brewers.
He's balling.
He is balling. They didn't want to get rid of him at the deadline, so they kept him. He's going to be a star.
Yeah, rightfully so.
He already is, basically.
Yeah, right.
And Shane Drowan, who's pitching right now, coming into tonight, the Dodgers are just 2 for 14 against him.
It's true. But realistically, I don't think too many folks are scared of Shane Drowan, right?
No, but the Dodgers again haven't scored against him tonight.
It's true. Hey, listen, it's true. It's true. So again, in a 3-game set, like if you've got Henderson and Miz, and you can control the order of when these guys come out, then that's huge, right? So, and again, you might not be able to, given the parameters of the playoffs, you just might not be able to, but we'll see. We'll see. And by the way, it is certainly not to discredit the Dodgers. I just said they have the Avengers pitching staff. Who the hell wants to see? No one wants to see the Dodgers in a 3-game set either. It's almost like a little bit of an old school cowboy, like OK Corral shootout. Like, no one wants to be in it, but you've got 2 just, wranglers out here that could absolutely bury the other guy, right? So, but it's a scary proposition. No one wants to see the Dodgers, but I tell you right now, the Dodgers definitely don't want to see the Brewers. And like I said, I mean, the Phillies, man, in a 3-game set, that's the scariest. Getting this first-round bye for the Dodgers, I think, is hugely important for those reasons. And also, too, if you're not playing the wild card, you can set up your rotation. But once you get into that wild card, you're not 100% sure how all the games are going to line up, whether it's going to be a 2 or a 3-game series. And when it's like that, you really, it's almost impossible to control how your pitching staff lines up. And so that's why, again, it gets a little bit out of your control. Sometimes your ace might, in a 5-game series, might not be able to get in there, right? So it really depends.
I think the scariest thing about the Phillies
Yeah.
is that they're not very good right now. And they haven't went on that it sounds weird, but they haven't went on that. They haven't won 74 games like the Milwaukee Brewers have already.
Right.
They haven't gotten as hot as they can yet. We haven't seen them at their potential, and so when it gets to October, it's who's hot and who's not. And we saw the Tigers make some a little bit of a run and make some noise in October. What was that, last year, the year before? So just the most random teams. The Phillies aren't random, but they just haven't went on their hot streak yet, which is a little scary
for sure. And the postseason is weird like that because pressure gets to players in a different way,
Yeah.
But I do know this: the Phillies have that experience dealing with pressure too, which again, I think there's a lot of reasons why the Phillies scare the bejesus out of me, especially in a 3-game series. Man, that's really where it gets a little dicey. So we will see. Okay, let's step away. When we come back, I've got more NFL preseason takes here and more NFL preseason takeaways, man. It's not the be-all and end-all, but I'm telling you, there are some really interesting breadcrumbs being left by NFL teams and players as we sit here today, man. What a great day in sports it is because NFL preseason is back. The Dodgers playing tonight as well. Action-packed sports day right here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. James Coe here with you. It is now time for a very quick Dodgers baseball update.
Dodger baseball.
Man, the Dodgers are gutting this one out. They really are. Again, it was a really rocky fourth inning for Roki Sasaki, pun fully intended, where he walked in a couple of runs, and he was up against it in terms of his pitch count, but he pitched a really clean fifth inning, and then in the bottom of the fifth, it was the bottom of the lineup that got it going here. It ended up being Ben Rortvedt, just over the outstretched arm of Milwaukee's shortstop. And it was a good throw in, but Miguel Rojas beat the toss, and a little bit of luck involved where the catcher couldn't make a clean grab of the throw in. If he did, most likely Rojas would have been out. But as it is, Shohei just got out, and so now it is 2-1. This is exactly the kind of game the Brewers play every single night, man. Low scoring, small ball, but again, some of these they're definitely, I don't want to say on the wrong side of variance, but a little bit. That run that scored, that was about as close of a play in regards to hit and then the throw in as it gets. 2-1, Brewers lead over the Dodgers in a pivotal 4-game set between these two NL powerhouses. Okay, let's switch to the NFL. Let's talk about the top 3 stories in the NFL in Cover 3.
Let's get the gleam, all right? Let's go.
We're going to be here all day, baby. I like this kind of party.
It's time for the Cover 3.
All right, here we go. We bring in Double P. Hit me.
All right, we start with some ESPN sources for saying that former Lions Terrion Arnold, he plans to sign with the Seattle Seahawks. But
wow.
This guy faces 8 felony charges, though.
Wow.
From a Florida February incident, including kidnapping and armed robbery, with the NFL still deciding on his status there.
What is Seattle doing? I have no idea what Seattle is thinking here. I mean, even Detroit, I don't want to say even Detroit, but Detroit was like, nah, dude, these Chargers are so insane. They are so crazy. We don't need this in the building. And I am just shocked that Mike McDonald, coming off of a Super Bowl win, feels it necessary to bring in a guy who's wearing like an ankle monitor or whatever it is and like facing the most ridiculous charges. Listen, let me give you a little backstory. So Terrion Arnold, who is a first-round draft pick, by the Lions, he was in Florida and at a rental or like an Airbnb type of situation, and his home ends up getting robbed, and he loses a bunch of jewelry and something, estimated around like, I'm guesstimating here, something like from what memory serves, like around $100,000 worth of stuff, right? And so he feels like his driver that was driving him at the time set him up. So as the court charges go, and again, this was all laid out by police, what police say is that, okay, so he felt like his driver set him up, so then he told his boys, his friends, hey man, I know you guys know a couple of girls. Have these girls text the driver and say, hey, come over and hook up with us. Let's have a little rendezvous.
Uh-oh.
So, and by the way, these girls are like 19, 20 years old, dude. They're babies, man. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, gosh.
And so these guys come over, and by the way, there's no evidence. There's no evidence at all. As a matter of fact, police say there's no evidence linking the driver and his friend to the robbery. None at all. But Terrion Arnold feels like it's them. So what police say is that he had his friends have their girlfriends, friends that are girls, text these guys for a sexual rendezvous, They come over for the hookup, and the friends are there, the Terry Arnold friends are there, and just beat the living bejesus out of him. Tie him up, beat the living hell out of him, and according to court records, police say one of the guys had a gun put in his mouth. Here's the thing, this is where it gets really funky and wonky. According to police, I guess Terry Arnold was video conferencing in. What? Watching this go down. What? Like, again, police are saying it was like FaceTime or something like that, where Terry Arnold is FaceTiming in and watching these dudes basically get tortured.
That's insane.
And this is the guy that Seattle's like, hey man, let's bring this dude in. We could use a little secondary help. Seattle, what are y'all just won the Super Bowl. What y'all doing? You don't need of all the teams that I thought were going to bring in Terry Arnold, like at the very bottom was Seattle. I'm absolutely shocked that they're taking a gamble on this. And again, oh, by the way, I don't know if he gets suspended this year because it's an ongoing court case, but don't be surprised if Terry Arnold's put on the commissioner's exempt list, man. Like, this is bonkers. Like, I don't see the NFL being okay with seeing Terry Arnold on the field. Why Seattle felt and why Mike McDonald felt it necessary to bring him in, that is a baffling decision by Seattle.
That's insane. What a story.
What a crazy backstory.
Oh my goodness.
Insane.
What, video or
FaceTiming in?
No. Like, that's crazy, man. No. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Bonkers.
All right, let's move on to Trent McDuffie. Okay. Trent McDuffie says that Matthew Stafford is the best quarterback in the NFL. That's simply put, that's all he says. Trent McDuffie says Matt Stafford, best QB in the league. What do you think?
No. Listen, I know he won the MVP, so there is an argument to be made. I like Matt Stafford a lot. He's a Hall of Famer, but is he the best quarterback in the league? I don't think so. He's got good weapons, and most importantly, he's got Sean McVay. Let me put it to you this way. If you guys ever make the argument of this guy is the best, right? Swap him out. If Matt Stafford is in Buffalo and Josh Allen is in LA, who is doing better? The Bills would be a lottery team.
Train wreck, yeah.
Absolute train wreck with Matt Stafford, who I just said won the MVP and is a really, really good quarterback. I mean, a really, front line, top of the line quarterback. He is really, really good. But Buffalo most likely misses the playoffs. Meanwhile, again, the Rams would be an unbelievable offensive unit. Josh Allen with Sean McVay would be just gas. I mean, it'd be insane. It would be unfair, as a matter of fact. Like, that's how crazy it would be.
Because then you have, Stafford can't really escape and run around and scramble with the Rams.
Right.
You put Josh Allen in that position with those weapons? Are you kidding me?
It's over. It's over. So, no, he's not the best quarterback in the league. I think there is quite a bit of a gap between the likes of, Josh Allen. And, by the way, I think Stafford is top 3. I know I'm going to sound like a crazy person, but I really, again, if you put Justin Herbert in that system, throwing to Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, I just, like I said, man, and shoot, you know what? Maybe we see that. Maybe we see that this year, where you see Justin Herbert really elevate his game, working in a Mike McDaniel offense.
Yeah.
Maybe we see that truly, truly, truly great breakthrough. But I really honestly believe that, again, Sean McVay is the best coach in the NFL by a lot. And if Sean McVay had Justin Herbert, again, I think they would be appreciably better. And again, man, this is no shade at Stafford, because I do think Stafford is a top 3 or 4 quarterback in the NFL. Just in terms of saying he's definitely the best, man, that's a bit of a stretch for me.
All right, well, let's move on to the New Orleans Saints here. They had some rough news come out today, though. Rookie wide receiver Jordan Tyson, high draft pick for them.
Yep.
Left practice with an injury Thursday. He did not return today. Jordan Tyson, of course, out of Arizona State.
Normally, I wouldn't care about a preseason injury, but anytime it's Jordan Tyson, I am going to care because he has a very long injury history, very lengthy, and that is why he fell in the draft. From a route running skills perspective, this is a grade A superstar. He could legitimately be better than Olave in New Orleans, and let me tell you something, man. I freaking love Chris Olave too. I think, in my opinion, Olave is a top 12 wide receiver in the NFL just from everything that he can do. And I think Jordan Tyson could be better than him, but he won't be because he is far too injury prone. So anytime I see an injury update for Jordan Tyson, it is scary. And like I said, normally it doesn't matter. I think it does matter here when we're talking about Jordan Tyson and a preseason injury.
Can we go off the board for a minute and come up with a
100%.
Maybe a cover 4? Because that's a play too, right? They run that.
Sure, cover 4. Yeah, okay, I like it. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
Did you hear about the Bears maybe moving?
Oh my gosh.
So apparently, they're shutting that down completely, but these guys, they were going to be renamed the Hammond Bears.
Oh my. No, I honestly think it was going to be something like the Chicago Bears of Indiana or something,
Oh, man.
Like pulling a page out of the, I know you're
Stop,
a big Angel.
Don't do it.
But listen, you're an Angels guy. Even you have to think, like, that is not,
Don't say it.
It's not great.
Don't say it.
Like the LA Angels of Anaheim is that's not great. That's not great at all. As a matter of fact, I really wish they just went back to the California Angels. That hits hard. I like that one.
I like that one too.
I like the California Angels. That one was good.
It's like we own California, then there's a bunch of other teams.
I mean, hey, listen, if it works for Golden State, it's not even like that's not even the name. It's like it's Golden State. You know what I mean? It'd be like if like the St. Louis Cardinals were like the Show Me State Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. That's not great.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work at all. Like, well, that's stupid. But no, it works for Golden State somehow. But okay, so here we are. Anyways, but like I said, man, like, yeah, I thought people are speculating that it might be like the Chicago Bears of Indiana or something stupid like that. I don't know. I think the team is pushing back and saying we're not changing the name. We're just going to change our stadium.
Yeah.
Which also is dumb and stupid too. Like, I am so annoyed by this, man. Like, it's Soldier Field. Dude, you can't move away from Soldier Field. What? It's one of the all-time, like, this. It's a football altar. Like, what are we doing?
Staple.
I mean, it's like, it would be like, truly, honestly, it would be like if the Cubs played in Indiana and, like, just shuttered Wrigley. You can't do that. You cannot do that. I don't care how much of a tax break Indiana is giving you. Like, come on, Chicago. Come on, man. Like, just instead of being like, making like 17 billion, can you just make 16 billion? Is that okay? Is that okay for you guys to just take like, I mean, like, I know $1 billion is a lot of money, but instead of 17 billion, can you just make 15 billion? Is that okay? So it's golly. It is so annoying. You can't leave Soldier Field, dude. By the way, if Chicago tries to pull a fast one and call this stupid Hammond place Soldier Field in Hammond,
no.
You can't, dude. I would, if I'm the city of Chicago or if I'm the state of Illinois, I'm suing the hell out of them.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that. You can't just like pick it up and be like, yeah, now this is Soldier Field in Hammond, Indiana, bro. What? Dude, what's happening? I don't know.
Soldier Field at Hammond.
Soldier Field at Hammond, presented by whatever, like, great.
Caleb Williams.
So dumb.
Well, there's your cover 3 with a bonus.
Yeah, okay, there's your cover 4. Perfect. We step away. When we come back, again, we'll give you a Dodgers update, as well as, again, more takeaways from the NFL preseason right here on the James Koh Show on the brand new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. That'll get you fired up.
That's Travis Barker right there.
Oh, yeah. One of the best rock drummers of all time.
The GOAT?
The GOAT?
The GOAT of drumming?
The GOAT of drumming. Wait a minute. Go. You know what else is really great about listening to my show? Is that I'll give you stuff. I'll just give you stuff for free, bro. Why not? If you want a 4-pack of tickets to watch the Sparks take on the Atlanta Dream at Crypto.com, that's going down on August 20th. We are officially 1 week away. It is Dodgers night there at the Crypt.
Dodger baseball.
Where the first 12,500 fans, which is dang near everybody, is going to get a free Sparks Dodgers co-branded baseball jersey at the game. It's a good giveaway. You can find tickets at lasparks.com. A 4-ticket giveaway for caller number 3. Let's do caller number 3. Caller number 3 will get a 4-pack of tickets to watch the Sparks take on the Atlanta Dream at Crypto.com Arena on August 20th. Okay.
Número 3.
Let's go. Oh, by the way, 855. It would be helpful. I should be the good radio guy. I'm going to give you the number, 855-97-LA-FAN. Almost forgot, 855-97-LA-FAN.
Número 3.
By the way, even if you don't want the tickets, you could just call in if you'd like. And we can certainly discuss whatever it is that's at the top of your mind. Okay. Giving you a quick Dodgers baseball update here.
Dodger baseball.
We are in the bottom of the 6th. There are 2 on. My boy, Tommy Hyunsu Edman, earned a walk, stole second. Freddie Freeman originally got called out on a 3rd strike, but he challenged. Good challenge. ABS says outside the zone, and he walks. So we've got 2 runners on to the Dodgers. And who is at the plate right now? I missed that.
2 on for Muncy.
Oh, Max Muncy.
Full count on Muncy, too. I mean, it's a little play-by-play-ish, but it's full count on Muncy.
Full count on Muncy as well. Again, 2 outs here. This is a huge opportunity for the Dodgers, who are down 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Okay, we will give you an update when it becomes available. Flipping it to the NFL side, you talk about the Cardinals taking on the Raiders. And this was a good day for Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinals offense in general. Jacoby Brissett legitimately looked good. Did Jacoby Brissett. Brissett was 5 for 5 with 44 yards and a touchdown thrown to Marvin Harrison Jr. And let's just go ahead and give you a Dodgers baseball update, because the very clutch Max Muncy comes through yet again. Every time you look and it's Max Muncy, he is coming in big time clutch. 2 on for Max with 2 outs, and Max Muncy, just an absolute bomb. He is now the all-time leader at Dodger Stadium with 131 home runs. Big ups to Max Muncy. What a clutch hit that was. Good night. Good night. Dodgers now lead 4-2. Okay, so again, great night for Arizona's offense. Jacoby Brissett looked sharp. 5 for 5, 44 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown went to Marvin Harrison Jr., where, by the way, I love his usage here. It was a little bit of an over route. They had him lined up on the left side, and he came all the way across the formation, catching it on the right. I mean, practically on the right side boundary. So he's really coming across. It was a good throw, and it was a confident catch from Marvin Harrison Jr. I know I shouldn't be extolling the fact that he caught a ball for the number 4 overall pick, but his confidence has been very shaky in his young career. For him to catch this ball, I know it's the preseason. I thought this was good. We really didn't get to see a lot of Marvin Harrison Jr. with Jacoby Brissett last year. Just as Jacoby Brissett was heating up, Marvin Harrison Jr. got hurt. So, yeah, man, this was a really good outing for MHJ and Brissett. And then on top of that, Jeremiah Love did play with the backups, but dude, he looked awesome. He looked legitimately, like, straight up good. 11 carries for 58 yards, 5.3 yards per carry average. He also had 3 catches for 14 yards as well. Dude, this is not a fantasy football show, but man, for fantasy football, bro, draft Jeremiah Love. Draft Jeremiah. This guy's the real deal. He is. Now, again, the funny thing about Jeremiah Love, I don't know if you guys saw this clip. He apparently doesn't follow the NFL very closely at all. Like, literally at all. Amon-Ra St. Brown showed him a picture of Jared Goff, and Jeremiah Love had no idea who it was. He's like, who's that?
That's amazing.
I'm like, dog, wait, hold up, dude. This guy's a number 1 overall pick, former number 1 overall pick. He's been in the NFL for 10 years. He played in a Super Bowl. He's a multi-time Pro Bowler. How do you not know Jared Goff, dude? Wait, what? I mean, his face was plastered all over Hard Knocks, too, right? Like, multiple times, too, might I add. This is so funny. I'm like, Jeremiah Love doesn't know who Jared... I mean, if Jeremiah Love doesn't know who Jared Goff is, there's no chance in hell he knew who the hell Jacoby Brissett was. No way. No chance. Which is just so funny, man. But I thought he looked like legitimately good. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is so good, man. And so, again, somebody that I am very intrigued by. Really positive takeaways for the Arizona Cardinals offense. I still think that their defense is going to be bad, and overall the team will be bad. But, man, there was a lot of positives to take away from that as well. In that same game, it was the Cardinals taking on the Raiders, man. After the break... And I want to say in about 30 minutes, I want to give a full-on Fernando Mendoza breakdown as well. It's coming up after the break. You're listening to The James Coe Show on the brand new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. What is crackin' Los Angeles? James Coe here with you. Beautiful day in sports. It's a beautiful night. Beautiful Thursday night in Los Angeles. I love giving away free stuff. Michael from Downey, congratulations. Big shout out to you. He got himself a 4-pack of tickets to the Sparks Atlanta Dream game on August 20th, which is neat to see. We are in the top of the 7th. It started off a little rocky, a little shaky, with a leadoff single. I believe the runner stole second. I think I missed that.
Wild pitch.
Yeah, okay, wild pitch. Okay, so took second base. And then a couple of outs now. So now 2 outs here for Jack Dreyer, who has been struggling recently as well. So Jack Dreyer is in their top of the 7th with a runner on second, but with 2 outs here to go. Again, we'll keep a close eye on that and give you some updates as they come around here. Some more preseason takeaways here. And man, there's so many games today, which is great. So fun when this happens. And the great thing about the preseason too is you don't have to watch a lot of it. Right? It's not like you have to watch the whole game, because the last thing I want to do is see the third string versus the third string. I'm not here for that. You can legitimately get out of there watching a quarter of a game and then you're done, which is perfect. They got 6 games going. You just watch a quarter of each one. Good to go. But a couple of takeaways here in regards to the Colts. Right, so now Alec Pierce, like I said, is still recovering from ankle surgery, conflicting reports. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't have another PRP injection into his injured ankle. Anthony Richardson started the game and was terrible. Threw into double coverage ball, and he threw high and he threw hard.
Terrible.
It was terrible. Again, it was so bad. But he ended up having a nice stat line. Again, I didn't watch every single throw, but he finished 11 for 14, 145 yards, and that interception I had talked about. But he also got it going on the ground, 6 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown, a good solid 8.8 yards per carry average for Anthony Richardson. So, again, I didn't see every single throw, but it was a little bit of everything that you would expect from Anthony Richardson. Good athleticism, good to great athleticism, as a matter of fact. And Richardson did solidify himself after the pick, so that was nice to see as well. But you just can't get away from the fact that the pick was just about as awful as it gets, man. It's about as bad as it gets. I mean, it is an out route that's 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, bro. What? And they're doubling it. A defense will never double that unless they've got you read like a book. And they did. It's crazy. So anyways, just something to keep in mind there with Anthony Richardson. Okay, now, but that being said, there was also, in regards to the Colts, Seth McGowan, because there was no Jonathan Taylor. So who's the backup there in Indianapolis for the Colts? And it's rookie running back. I think it's rookie running back now, Seth McGowan, out of Kansas. Out of Kentucky. I was I know I didn't get that one right. Out of Kentucky. Seth McGowan out of Kentucky. I charted him this offseason. This is what I wrote about Seth McGowan earlier this offseason. First of all, let me give you the metrics here, okay? So 6 feet tall, 223 pounds, so he's good size. He ran a respectable, not great, but respectable 4.49 40. That's fine. Anything below sub 4.5 we're good with. Lateral quickness for days, because a 42.5-inch vertical is, at 223 pounds is elite, and I think that short area burst absolutely shows itself on film as well. He is a punishing runner, though. Punishing runner. He will get to his spots quickly, and, man, he will drive shoulders and elbows into you, man. Fearless runner. Fearless runner. What I wrote, this is a quote that I wrote from earlier this offseason. Quote, he approaches every run like the rent is due. That's how he runs. He is really fun to watch. He's got a huge motor, and this also, the motor actually helps him at contact too. He churns his feet, really driving, getting you those extra yards, man. Anyways, this is somebody that you should keep an eye on. But man, can I give you this guy's crazy backstory, bro? Seth McGowan, if you don't know anything about Seth McGowan, first of all, how many of y'all are really watching Kentucky football? Not too many. No disrespect. No disrespect, but it's true. Crazy backstory on this kid, Seth McGowan, man. In 2021, he was arrested for robbery, conspiracy to commit robbery, and assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. He eventually pled out, and he pled guilty to a much lesser charge of larceny. And then he had all the other charges dismissed in 2023. But that legal battle took 2 years, right? He spent 3 months in prison and then was on probation for a year. In the meantime, while all this is happening, he started his collegiate career at Oklahoma. Again, high prospect. That started in 2020. Then he was kicked off the team because of the legal trouble. Then he went to Texas College and Butler Community College in 22 and 23. So now, again, he started his college career in 2020. It's now 2023, and he's been on 3 different teams. All right, that's all happening while his court cases are being resolved. Then he goes to New Mexico State for a year in 2024. Pretty good season there, 1,200 rushing yards, 5.4 yards per carry average. And then his final year of eligibility at Kentucky, where he had less than a stellar year, 851 total yards, 851 total for Seth McGowan. Really good around the end zone, though, 12 touchdowns with a 4.4 yards per carry average, his final season at Kentucky. He's an older prospect, so that does mean something, man. But again, crazy backstory. A guy that legitimately was, again, accused of robbery, assault and battery, did jail time. He played at 5 different schools. I don't know. But like I said, from a football-only perspective, fun watch. He's a fun watch. So, okay, so that's from the Colts' perspective. And they took on the Patriots. Patriots, there's really not that much to take away, man. Like, none of the starters played at all. You didn't see A.J. Brown. It just wasn't a lot to take away from in regards to the Patriots. But I wanted to focus on Cardinals Raiders. And like I was saying, in regards to the Raiders, my takeaways, I watched a ton of Fernando Mendoza here. And again, it wasn't every single snap, but I did watch a lot of his plays. And I thought Mendoza looked okay. I don't think he was great, but I think he looked okay. The accuracy was still there. Timing is not there. And what I mean by that is the reason this selection at 1.1 was curious to me, and I'm not saying bad, but I'm saying I questioned it, is because, again, I don't think he's considered to be a high-level quarterback prospect. Look, you can't be number 1 overall and not be high level. I get it. But I'm saying if you were to line up all the former quarterback prospects that have been taken in the first round, like how far down does Fernando Mendoza go? Right? I'll tell you this. He definitely goes ahead of Ty Simpson. That's obvious. How the hell is Ty Simpson? How did he go in the first? Well, I know how. It's called Nepo Baby Adjacent. That's how. By the way, I don't know if you guys didn't catch the show from earlier. You can listen to the show on the Odyssey app. Hey man, what was it? Pate, was that on Monday that we talked to Gilberto Manzano?
I believe so.
I think that was Monday. If you listen back to the Monday show, he gave such great insight onto the whole Ty Simpson, Jarrett Stidham. Excuse me, not Jarrett Stidham.
That was Tuesday.
Yeah, Stetson Bennett. On Tuesday.
Show. Yes.
Gilberto Manzano from Sports Illustrated was at the joint practice between the Rams and the Cowboys. And and just provided such great insight that Ty Simpson really isn't getting that much coaching attention, that he's spending a lot of time kind of sort of like on his own. I think that's really interesting. And when you pair that with the reaction on draft night from Sean McVay, who, by the way, Sean McVay is the most energetic dude in the whole world. He goes, I mean, you know, he is a ball of energy. That is part of the reason why he's such a good coach. Like, you know what I mean? He's not over the top, but dang, he comes in serious motor. And that's got to be infectious. As a matter of fact, we know that it's infectious, right? And that guy who I just described with a crazy motor, remember what he sounded like on draft night when they took Ty Simpson. And he was very subdued. Very subdued. For a team that has a closing championship window, it's this year and next year, and that's it. For a championship window that is closing, and for a team that was literally a game away from the Super Bowl, taking Ty Simpson in the first round is baffling beyond recognition. I'm relatively confident no one other than the Rams saw him as a first round talent. I'm relatively confident in saying that. So, again, as a matter of fact, why don't we listen to Sean McVay talking about Ty Simpson on draft day?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, man. Well, congratulations, man. Excited to get to work with you. It's going to be a lot of fun, buddy.
Let's go make history, Coach.
Yeah. No, and hey, enjoy this night, man. You earned it. Have fun. Tell your family we're excited to meet him, and can't wait to get going with you, buddy.
Yes, sir, Coach. Appreciate you.
Okay. Appreciate you.
All right. Yeah.
You know, it's funny because it's almost like at the end of the call, Sean McVay remembered that it was being recorded. And it's almost as if, like, at the end of the call, he was like, oh, yeah, I better start acting like I'm excited. The beginning of that call, bro, he was so subdued. For Sean McVay, that sounded borderline depressed.
You can see the visual, the face reaction, too, because it was recorded with video.
And and correct me if I'm wrong, but by the end of it, he tried to pick up his energy, right?
Yeah.
But at the beginning, dude, he's very just like stone cold, dead faced.
And after the "Let's go make history" coach line, I don't know if that one got him going.
Yeah,
that
I
was
think it
kind
did.
of like.
I think it did.
Oh, it did?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I thought it was a little.
I'm trying to find some positives here, man.
I thought it was a little Giants Nagy like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It was a little cringy. But no, I mean, look, I think somebody like Sean McVay enjoys that kind of stuff, man. So I don't know. Like, it's fun. It's a hilarious quote, though. Let's go make history. What history are we gonna make, kid? Like, what is the history that you are referring to? What is he talking about? Like, what he's gonna be what? Like, I don't know. Like, he's gonna be Patrick Mahomes? Like, is that the history that we're talking about? It's a funny quote, man. It is. But yeah, it is just odd, right? So again, my point being that Fernando Mendoza, like, hey, by the way, we're talking about Fernando Mendoza. No, listen, my takeaways from Fernando was that the accuracy was still there. But the reason why this was a weird selection by Clint Kubiak and company there in Las Vegas is because, listen, he almost never ran, or he never threw a dig route last year. And I know you're thinking like, well, who cares? Well, and again, if maybe you're not as football, playbooky as I am. But again, when we're talking about dig route, okay, it's generally an intermediate or deep throw, but it's a player that starts going straight and then will cut back inside at a 90-degree angle. Ideally. Never happens at 90 degrees, but you know what I'm saying. Basically, you run straight, then you cut back to the inside, sharp, hard cut, 90-degree cut, as close as you can get to a 90-degree cut, back to the inside. That's a dig route. Okay, well, here's the thing. In Clint Kubiak's offense, dig routes are hugely important, like massively important. And actually for Sean McVay, I would argue that it's the most important route in Sean McVay's offense as well. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, two dig route guys that are just unbelievable practitioners on that route. And Mendoza just didn't throw it. According to our in-house charting that we've got for receptionperception.com, if you want to go check it out, by all means, he only threw that route less than 2% of the time. So he doesn't have, and by the way, the success that he had throwing it was really poor as well. So I'm curious. He didn't throw a ton of it when he was at Indiana. I thought he was better throwing, out breaking routes than he was in breaking routes. And the charting numbers certainly, prove that as well. But the dig route is so important for Kubiak's offense. You're going to take a quarterback that, again, is not considered a super high level prospect and also doesn't throw the dig. A little bit, I know this is a little inside football, you know what I'm saying? But that's the kind of analysis that you come to this show for, bro. That's the kind of analysis you want to come for, right? So I'm just trying to explain to you in very layman's terms, why I thought that was just a weird schematic fit just an odd pairing. But again, obviously they're working with him because, again, this guy was somebody that, played, I think, 3% of his snaps from under center. And Kubiak's system demands that you play from under center. There's just a lot of play action, and you got to turn your back to the defense. And the only way you could do that is from under center, right? Okay, cool. So again, just a couple of things there that I thought were really, really interesting. But look, I want to like Fernando. He just had an article come out on The Athletic written by the great Mike Silver, longtime award-winning NFL journalist, or football journalist, I should say. And he wrote it for The Athletic, a big old profile on Mendoza. You should absolutely read it. It's super fascinating. He called the Las Vegas Strip, he's treating it like a haunted house. He's scared of it. Good on him, bro. The guy talks. You could tell this guy has been on ChatGPT. He talks like a ChatGPT LinkedIn character. He talks like a LinkedIn character, legit. It's very strange. How much that actually plays to his favor, I don't know, but I will say that is authentically him. That's how he talked at Cal before anyone knew who he was. I remember watching him in a postgame, and that's how he talked. And I was like, man, this guy talks weird as hell. But he's genuinely, authentically him. He is like the Latino Jameis Winston. He is so strange and so weird. And yet, again, like I said, he's so authentic. That's Jameis. Jameis is so weird, but he's so authentic. If you win, it's great. It's a very lovable characteristic. If you lose, it just starts to get cringe pretty quick. So I don't know. We'll see. I like him, though. I really like him as a player. And all the stuff that I read about him, I love. He's just such a weird, quirky dude. He's got some real strengths as a football player. But again, I don't think he's a surefire Pro Bowl level quarterback. I think he's not there talent-wise. He's not there arm strength-wise. He's not there mobility-wise. But what I would say about Fernando Mendoza, and this is, again, what I saw here today, he's got really good accuracy. He can throw out better than he can throw in. But that's because so much of in-breaking routes, a lot of them require timing, right? Because it's not a see ball, throw ball type of thing, man. You gotta release that rock sometimes before the receiver has turned around. And that's what I saw today, was that first of all, he threw a dig, but it was really late. And the broadcaster said, hey, man, that's a great throw, weaving that through traffic. And I thought to myself, man, if that's the regular season against live fire first string defense, that's either getting tipped or picked. That wasn't a good throw. It was late. He did complete it for, I think, 20 yards. But it was late, and it's because he was waiting for his guy to get open first. Sometimes that timing just needs to be there. I don't know if he's got the confidence in his timing yet. So that is something I'm going to be watching for. But he's got some good traits. He's got some bad. He's more mobile than you think, but he's not fully mobile. He's got an okay arm. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not, wow, what an arm. I have heard from a lot of people say this guy is essentially Jared Goff on the top end. And, as much as I wanted to hate that, I think that's so good. I think that comp is so good. If everything goes right for Fernando Mendoza, his ceiling is Jared Goff, a really good 10, 15-year pro, a long, long career, but at no point did you think Jared Goff is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. And if Fernando Mendoza does develop, then that's his ceiling. Last thing I'll say is the comp, again, from a skills perspective, is a little bit off. I know I keep talking about the dig route, but golly, you got to understand, Jared Goff is incredible at throwing a good dig, which, by the way, in today's meta defense of cover 2, that's a really easy way to beat cover 2. Intermediate middle, you're clearing out those safeties, and some wide receivers taking a hard, sharp cut right to where the safeties vacate. Boom. You're hitting it. That's why it's so prevalent in Shanahan's offense. That's why it's so prevalent in Ben Johnson's offense. That's why it's so prevalent in Kubiak's offense. McVay, Shanny, Kubiak, Ben Johnson. I literally just listed off 4 of the best offensive coaches. Liam Cohen, 5 of the best offensive coaches heavily feature dig routes. I wonder why. Because it is a reliable cover 2 beater. And Jared Goff's really good at it, which if you're wondering why Jared Goff has had a pretty darn successful career, there you go, boom. Listen, it's not like it was back in like the 90s, where like you had to be a boundary thrower. Like, could you hit big wide receivers running a straight go ball on the boundary? That was the skill set that was most coveted back in the early 2000s. It's just the game is just a little bit different now. They played a lot more man-to-man defense back then, but cover 2 takes away a lot of the deep passes. Yada, 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 man. I'm not going to bore you with schematics. Not that, but I want to make it clear. It's not. I'm not a coach. Like I have a base level knowledge of how playbooks work. That's it. I would consider myself like a decent like Madden playbook guy. And that's it. I for sure am not trying to sell myself as some kind of like, X and O guru type of dude. That's not that dude. Trust me, that's not me. That is not me at all. I've been watching the game for 20 some odd years and I love it. And I do charting and I have a lot of fun doing that. And it's very informative, but dude, I'm not an X's and O guy at all. So, okay, let's step away. When we come back, I have I love this story out of LSU. I love this story by the drama that Jaden Daniels is creating. And maybe it's not Jaden Daniels, maybe it's Jaden Daniels' mom. What is the story? Why is the drama happening between the camp of Jaden Daniels and LSU? I give you the details after the break. because Edwin Diaz is coming in the 9th. Narcos, Blaster Jacks, and Timmy Trumpet. Narco going crazy right now at the stadium.
Dodger baseball.
Going crazy. Edwin Diaz looking to close this bad boy out.
Dodger baseball.
It's 4-2. Dodgers lead by 2. Save op for Edwin Diaz. Yeah! Let's go.
God, that's so good.
It's so good.
Save op.
It's so good, and I have no idea what's going to happen. That's what's funny about it, you know? Like, you know, it's not like when Mariano Rivera came in, you know? It's not like that. It's not like when, you know, it's not that. Yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen, but Edwin Diaz is taking the mound here. Can he close the show? I don't know. We're going to find out. Hotly contested game here tonight. Really close game. Good game between the Brewers and the Dodgers. Before we tell you about what happens in this game, and of course we will give you updates as we go here. Man, this story out of LSU is just so funny, man. Jaden Daniels' legal team told LSU that, quote, they must immediately cease and desist from further use, commercialization, or other exploitation of Mr. Daniels's name, image, likeness, NIL, in any manner or medium. And you're asking yourself, like, wait, what happened? Like, how did they, like, what happened here? It's not, I mean, Jaden Daniels won a Heisman at LSU. How did the relationship sour so quickly? Apparently it all comes down to some sophomore cornerback wearing Jaden Daniels' number.
Número 5.
The number 5. What's happening here? And a spokesman for the Jaden Daniels family and Jaden Daniels in general released a statement in which they said, quote, the Daniels family is deeply disappointed and feels profoundly disrespected by LSU's decision to give Jaden's number to another player. Jaden and his family had every reason to believe that his number would remain in a meaningful part of his LSU legacy and would be honored and protected in recognition of his extraordinary contributions to the university. Bro, what? Holy hell. Holy self-entitlement, Batman. That is unreal self-entitlement, which, by the way, it makes everyone immediately think that this was not Jaden Daniels. Bro, you can't tell me that some 25-year-old athlete cares that much about his number to the point where he's going to send a cease and desist letter to the school that he went to for one dang year. He went to LSU for one dang year. What in the world what is he talking about? The profound contribution? Dog, you were there for 1 year. You didn't win a title. What are you talking about? You had a really, really good year. You won the Heisman. Good for you. Dude, his Heisman season was insane. He had like 5,000 total yards and like 1 million touchdowns. It was insane. Every single week, it was like him and BTJ just connecting on a 75-yard touchdown. It was crazy. And dude, that season was awesome. It was a great season. A well-deserved Heisman. Anyone else winning that Heisman would have felt like a joke. Dude, he won it going away. most dominant player in college football that 1 year. But, dude, you played for LSU for 1 year. And by the way, they didn't retire the number. Why the hell do you... Dude, again, why do you think you have dibs on that number? You don't even go there. Why do you care? It's so nonsensical and so crazy. There's no way. There is absolutely no way that is actually Jaden Daniels. No way. I don't see it. It's got to be the moms, dude. Like, that's something like your mom would get upset about for like no reason. But by the way, Jaden Daniels' mom is his agent. That's his agent.
Oh, come on!
So it just feels like, man, that's got to be Jaden's mom, bro. And like, that's the thing, right? Like right now, like he can't beat the allegations, bro. Like everyone, anytime they clap back at Jaden, it's like, hey man, go tell your mom this or go tell your mom that, or hey mama boy. And he's getting dragged because his mom is his agent and doing stupid stuff like this. Again, I don't know if it's actually Jaden, but I find it very difficult to believe that it is Jaden Daniels. Like, what?
No way.
There's no way, dude. He's 25 years old, dude. There's no way a 25-year-old millionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is one of the bright young stars of the NFL. There's no way that guy cares about his number at LSU that much. Where he's sending a dang cease and desist letter to LSU. For what reason? Why? Why are you doing that? No one cares.
$37.7 million guaranteed for a 25-year-old, and we think that he's upset about his number for where he was for one season.
Where he was for one season. One. Like that is such and again, no disrespect to all the moms out there, but like that's the stuff that your mom texts you about, like, oh my God, honey, can you believe the nerve of LSU to give away your number? And then you got to like talk her off the edge, be like, Mom, it doesn't, like, yeah. I literally don't care.
Yeah, Mom, that's crazy.
Yeah, Mom, that's crazy. And just, that's it. That's all you leave. You don't even like try to disagree with her.
Yeah, Mom, that's crazy. We got to practice. I'll talk to you later.
But the problem is, Jaden Daniels' mom is his agent. That's the problem. Crazy. Oh, man.
I know.
Well, we got to give a Dodger baseball update.
Dodger baseball.
What an absolute bummer. First of all, I'm like heated in the middle of this rant. And I go look. And it's freaking Edwin Diaz.
And he got the first out, too. He struck out the first batter.
He looked dominant.
He looked great.
He looked dominant. I was like, oh, okay, Edwin Diaz is back. No.
Bullpen's getting warm.
Yeah. Not good. Not good at all. Edwin Diaz has not blown the save yet. I want to get ahead of myself. Again, he was in there with a 2-run lead, 4-2. He has given up 1 run, but there are runners on the corners with 1 out.
3 singles. He's given up 2 really hard hit ones.
And they were smashed.
Oh, smash. And then the third one was just a bloop single from Churia that drove in a run.
Right.
Tough luck on the third one.
I guess. But still, the 2 singles ahead of that were smashed. I mean, the second one was a single, but dude, it was like a hard gapper, and the guy on first got to third. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and the velocity looks good. He's throwing 98. I mean, he's throwing 98. It's kind of turned back the clock time a little bit, but oh boy, never mind. I'm just gonna. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Blown save for Edwin Diaz. I must have felt it in my bones because I called it a blown save before it was a blown save, and now it's a blown save. 4 consecutive singles given up by Edwin Diaz.
You cannot be serious!
4 consecutive. by Edwin Diaz, and now it's a blown save. It's 2 runs scored here in the top half of the 9th inning.
Número 2.
This is so bad, bro. What's happening?
And now the Dodgers are just hoping they can, keep the game where it is. It's 4-4. There's runners at first and second with just 1 out.
Hey, man.
Now they don't want to lose.
Hey, you know what, dude? Okay. Here's the thing. We're going to put a total ban on Timmy Trumpets. This is it. It starts here. Okay? You have to draw a line in the sand, and it starts here. And what I mean by that is this show loves Timmy Trumpets.
Too much.
We love Timmy Trumpets. We love Narcos. We love Blaster Jacks. We love it. We love it so much. And we are putting a ban on Timmy Trumpets on this show until Edwin Diaz can get himself in order. There is a universal ban on the James Coe show on Timmy Trumpets. I'm putting my foot down. We're drawing a line in the sand. And by the way, we need to start a revolution. Double P, we need to start the revolution. It starts right here. It starts right now.
Yep.
We need to make the move and start a little bit, again, just this revolution of the fans need to let the Dodgers know y'all need to stop playing Timmy Trumpets at the stadium. Full-on ban. That song is banned. That song right there, I won't even utter the name of it. It's banned. You're blocked. You're blocked, son. You're 100% banned. And listen, the fans, we need to let the Dodgers know that song needs to be banned from the stadium until Edwin Diaz can get his house in order.
Wow. Dave Roberts just took him out of the game, too.
That is wild.
Yeah, that's a tough walk back to the dugout there.
Is it over?
No, still runners.
No. I'm saying, is it over for Edwin Diaz?
Oof.
Is that it? Is that curtains?
Tanner Scott looked good beforehand.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I mean, it might have to be Tanner Scott and just go to Diaz in lower leverage situations.
And Tanner Scott was the closer last year. Obviously, he was terrible last year as a closer. 10 blown saves. But he's looked good as a closer this year, though.
Yeah.
Is it over? Oh my goodness gracious, dude! We're actually so over. We're over the clock. We got to step away. When we come back, we'll close out the show. You're listening to the James Coe Show on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. What the hell, bro?
It's been a good run, Edwin.
It's over, dude. It's over. This is a breakup song? We got the breakup song going, dude. Damn. It's just like that. We breaking up, dude. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah, this is crazy. Alex Vesia comes in, and he promptly gives up another single. Now the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers are leading 5-4 in the top of the ninth. Unfortunately, it is bases juiced still here for Alex Vesia. Not ideal. It's not an ideal situation, Double P.
No, definitely not.
Not good. Again, we'll keep an eyeball on this, but to close out the show, we go to the takes of the day.
It's time for Takes of the Day.
What do you think about Le GM?
I don't see it that way.
But I will say, that's how a lot of fans
The
do.
Dodgers need to shut him down from pitching for a month.
This is reckless behavior.
Lakers should move on. All right, Double P, hit me.
All right, here's Cody Decker this morning, who's a huge Raiders fan, must I add.
Oh, okay.
On whether or not Mendoza can show us anything good enough in the preseason to be the Week 1 starter for the Raiders.
That Fernando Mendoza can show you that would change the quarterback competition, that would make Mendoza be the Week 1 starter.
Literally nothing. If he threw a 110-yard bomb from end of end zone to end of end zone, I would still say Kirk Cousins needs to start this season.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Actually, if he actually did do that, I would be like, no, we should. I think the Raiders need to play Mendoza because apparently has an alien arm. Dude, could you imagine, dude? A guy from his own end zone throwing it to the other end zone? That'd be crazy. Yeah, dude, give me that. I want to see that. That'd be awesome. No, but in all honesty, I actually agree with Cody Decker 100%. There's just nothing that he's going to do. By the way, what I saw today definitely was not that. You know, I thought there was some good stuff, and I thought there was some bad stuff. But again, this is the player that I think everyone thought he was going to be. You know, decent accuracy, decent arm strength, some mobility, not great mobility, areas that he needs to improve, especially working the intermediate middle of the field. And so, yeah, I think there was a lot of that going on, too. So I think he was pretty much as good as advertised. I don't know if the thing is, I guess I don't know where people stand on Mendoza. I have talked about Mendoza a lot, and I've examined his game a ton, both for my college football show here in town and also just through various podcasts and stuff like that. So he's basically the guy that I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
But I don't think he should start Week 1 because I think he's still not where he needs to be in his development to truly succeed in the NFL.
Well, we move on to Brock and Alex, 10-2 today on 97.1 The Fan. This one's from Brock and Alex today with Joe Sorallo filling in for Brock. But here's their take on the best ballparks for food.
One of the best ballparks in the country for food, Petco.
Oh, hands down.
Petco has incredible
My husband
food.
just played Petco Park. And
oh my God, yeah.
the catering was the best food I've ever
Birria
had.
tacos, bao buns, that whole beer garden in right field. I mean, the food's incredible. So that's a big part of a stadium or arena experience for me. And I just thought crypto surprisingly came up way short.
Crypto slander.
Why did crypto get slandered? No, I would agree with that. First of all, San Diego is incredible. They've got actually a lot of ballparks have really incredible food. I know I'm not allowed to say this, but the stadium in San Francisco actually has some pretty good food too. What? Yeah. No, crypto. It's funny. It's just old school. You know, they don't really focus on the food. You know. It's just not, it's just really old school. The food is just, like I said, it's nothing to write home about. It's exactly what you think it's going to be, and that's about it. So I would agree with that. Nothing to write home about, but you know what, though? At the same time, though, I think I speak for all normal people in saying I'm not really thinking about food at any stadium because food at any stadium is crazy expensive.
Yep. Eat before, folks. Always eat before.
See, that's the voice of reason. That's the voice of a normal person. I feel like Joe Cirallo and Alex, what are they rich? Like, are they rich? Bro, they must be rich.
I'll take some bao buns, please.
Because dude, listen, I will tell you right now. Like, I have some funds, but dude, I'm still at the end of the day, I am still a cheap immigrant. Like, that's just me. Like, I grew up in an immigrant family, bro. Like, I'm not trying to spend $30 on some bao buns, bro. Like,
No.
I know I can go to Chinatown and get me some really good bomb bao buns for like $5.
It's literally gotten to the point where I don't even want to have water anymore, like at the game. Like, I'm like, okay, actually, and like my girl will go like, hey, you want something I'm gonna go grab some food. No, are you thirsty? Not even a water? No, not even a water.
No, I don't want a $5 water. No, but in whatever limited funds that I will spend at the ballpark, and again, maybe it's just because I'm cheapo, but I'm going to drink a beer or 3. That's it. Like, I'm going to spend money on a beer. Like, I don't want to sit there. I just don't want to sit there and pay for $100 for ballpark food.
Those are not cheap.
Joe Cirallo and Alex, they must be rich, bro. All right, we got to go. For Double P, I'm James Coe. We're out of here, but remember, it's never too late to chase your dreams.
You've been listening to The James Coe Show.
For fantasy purposes,
on the new 97.1 The Fan.
His effectiveness in the intermediate area of the field, it's not close.
The voice of LA Sports. If you miss any of the show, listen back on the iHeart and Always free Odyssey app.